one, and another one, and another one. How everybody doing out there in YouTube land? Let me go ahead and try to get this straight real quick before I even step out. Uh-oh, uh-oh, uh-oh. Your boy getting better at it. Your boy's getting better at it. Let's see if that worked out for me right there. Hope everybody's good right now. Hope you can hear me. Let's go, let's go, let's get it. It's your boy Boogotti NYC. Y'all could have went anywhere. Back to the matter that you came in and chill with me. I appreciate you. Come on now, let's get it together. Okay, let me raise it up, raise it up, raise it up. Let me see. That should be it right about there. Let me see. Is that better? Let me see. Let's try to see if we got it better with that. Oh, okay. There we go. Cause realizing the realism, life and actuality, working out in the we live for years and in the hood is 5%ers. There's something must have got in us, cause all of us turn to sinners and not some of us. Yeah, that's my joint right there. I got you, Casey, but I gotta set that up right in order to do it, cause I don't really remember all the lyrics, but let's see what I can do with that. Life's a, and then that's how we smoke. And then you never know. Yeah, I know what you're talking about. How everybody doing out there in YouTube land? It's your boy Boogotti NYC, and like I always told you, could have went anywhere. Fact of the matter that you came in and chill with me. Let me turn this light around. I appreciate you. What's going on, everybody? See who we got up in the building real quick, because you know how we got to do it first before anything. First of all, let me check the audio, and then we got to get those prayers in the air. Let's do that first, okay? So when I turn around, we can just be ready to go. Okay, what else we got going on over here? We got a lot of people in the building real early, you guys. I'm glad to see you guys all here. But you know how we started off over here. Woo! We don't start it off without anything less but those prayers. So let's try to get as many people in here so that we can do what we got to do so we can start the show. That's right, you guys, because yes, I'm ready to go, but we don't do nothing without that morning prayer. So yes, we want to pray for health, want to pray for good feelings, we want to pray for spirits, want to pray for good family, we want to pray for health, want to pray for the animals, we want to pray for community, we want to pray for understanding, peace, and compassion. That's right. Number one, what we always pray for, that's right, you guys, love, L-O-V-E. Who we praying for this morning? We got Collective in here, Miss Swanza. I see Liberty and Justice, Rebecca Lanya and Bueno, Still Happy 64, Jonathan Burks, Deborah Jarvis, that's right, 4339. Who else we got up in here? Sweet RV Adventures, Liberty and Justice. I see you guys. Let's shout out and say good morning and pray up for Luigi. Also, my boy Casey. Also, can't forget Jeffrey Spilker, Mark Dorfman. And let's see if we can try to get some more off the top there. Let's see. Sam Champion, that's right, you guys. Coin Collective. Who else we gonna give a shout out to? Miss Swans, I know you're here. Terry. Who else we gonna make sure that we show some love to? Let's see if we can remember one more. Dot Focus. Okay, cool. Still Happy, Collective, Jonathan, and everybody else. Okay, Rose CLE77. Good for yesterday. You out of here, so I guess you don't get it. Amen. Let's go, you guys. That's right. We got to get those prayers up because we cannot start our show without having them started. That's right, you guys. Hope you had a good sleep, a good rest, because I'm ready to get into it. I got a lot of trending topics, current events, and much, much, much more. You guys, it's Thursday. I don't know what it's doing where you're at, but it's raining outside here in New York City where I am. Weather's not too bad, but I do hear a lot of people are about to feel some storms and a lot of rain and probably some snow. So wherever you at, hope you guys are buckled in and tightened down. It's about to go down. It's gonna get cold, of course, and then we're gonna get another heat wave. Y'all know how it does right before the summertime, in between that spring-summer break. And we got a lot of new stuff that we're gonna bring to you guys. Today's health and wellness section. Woo! Please stick around for it. I'm gonna try to go through the videos as fast as possible so that the people that have to leave won't miss today's selection of the health and wellness section, because I think it's gonna be something that we all can really use, and we're not playing about it today. You guys, if you live in apartment buildings especially, it's gonna be for you. That's what I'm talking about. This is for people that live in apartment buildings and municipalities. I guess that means all of us. So you guys ready? Without any further ado, they're always ready to go because all they got to do is look. I'm the one that got to put the show on. But it's okay because that's what I like to do. Let's see what we got right here. I'm ready to go. They're ready to go. I said it's time to start the show. I hope you're ready, yo. Yo, 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 yo. And we wind it up. Wind it up. Wind it up. It's 6 o'clock somewhere. It's 6 o'clock here. Let's go. I'm going to send him over for the wave so we can start the show. Let's start the show. Are you ready? Let's go. Okay. Olay. I'm gonna open the jacket for this one. You know, your boy been doing them push-ups, so you know, getting a little stocky. So I gotta open up the jackets now. Might have to move to the next size, but that's all good. Open up those pores. We gotta open up those pores. I've been nervous about this one for a while. I've been wanting to do it, but I've been like, yo, the neighbors are gonna act crazy if you do this one. But then it's like, it's coming to that point, Boogotti, what are you gonna do? Are you not gonna do it? But you know what? Just act like him and don't even do the actions. But we getting into it today, you guys. Open up those pores. We gotta open up those, pack it up, pack it in, let me begin. I came to win, battle me, that's a sin. I won't ever slack up, punk better back up. Trying to play the role and your whole crew will act up. Get up, stand up, come on, throw your hands up. If you got the feelings, jump, touch the ceiling. Monks, let the funk flow. Someone talking junk, yo, I bust him in the eye. And then I take the punk's hoe, feeling, funkin', amps in the trunkin'. I got more rhymes than this cops in the Dunkin' Donut shop. Sure enough, I got props from the kids on the hill, plus my moms and my pops. I came to get down, so get out your seat and jump around. Jump, 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 everybody jump, 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 everybody jump, 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 everybody jump up and get down. Jump, everybody jump, 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 everybody jump, 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 jump. Jump up and get down. That's right, you guys. I finally got it off. I was playing with it, but I had to do it. I couldn't hold it back no more. And you know what time it is, right? You know what day it is, right? If, pump that beat. It's Thursday the 2nd, y'all. That's right, y'all. 2026. I'm your host, Boogotti NYC, and this here's our bottom line, where we be talking about this and that and chat and this and this and that. And we be talking about this and that and chat and this and this and that. Just got me lit. Pack it up, pack it in. Let me begin. I came to win, battle me, that's a sin. I won't ever slack up. Punk better back up. What's up, everybody? How y'all doing? It's your boy Boogotti NYC. And like I always told you, coulda went anywhere. Fact of the matter that you came in to chill with me, I appreciate you. For some reason, you know what I feel like right now? I feel like a wrestler that's doing commentary. But you know what? It don't even matter. We here, we doing it, and we made it another day. So I want to be happy and tell you guys I'm so happy to be here with you for another episode of Our Bottom Line. Trending topics, current events, much, much more. And without any further ado, hold on a second. Out of my Our Bottom Line mug, me. Y'all ready? I got 5 on it. I'm gonna stack 5 videos at a time, and all I'm gonna ask you guys to do is stay on topic, stay on point. Let me know where you're chiming in from, because we got a lot to get into today. We got a bunch of videos to get through, and I have to get through every single one of them just to make sure that we get it covered. Trending topics, current events, so much more. Again, let me know where you're chiming in from. I actually do the research and go in different places because I want it to be a roundabout amount of people that can get a lot of of different things from us as far as content, and I want us to have worldly conversations, not just local ones. That's right, you guys. Let's get into it. Let's do what we got to do. Casey, you all right over there, brother? Because we really got to do our thing right now. I hope everybody's ready. That's right. That is the official earrings, 00 middle of the mailing Dipset earrings. That's right. Y'all can call me what you want, but I had them for the longest and I love them. Anyway, like I already told you guys, I got 5 on it, 5 videos. Every 5, I'm gonna be back after you guys see those 5 videos to see what you guys have to say about the videos, and we're gonna stay on topic and stay on point so that we have a great dialogue. And now, what do we gotta do? Let's get into these titles. Let's get into these titles, guys. What we got over here? We got Trump signals the end of the war with Iran. Do you agree? I don't know. Do you agree with that? Let me know in the comments, because I'm coming back to the comments and I want to read what you think about that. Also, we got shocking allegations that have been made after Kristi Noem's husband has got caught cross-dressing and photos surface of Brian Noem here. Yeah, I don't know if you guys can see that. I'm hoping that you definitely can, because Brian Noem, oh man, I think Kristi is definitely out of there. Maybe that's the reason why they said that she was messing around a little bit. Yeah, because she probably knew about what Brian Noem was doing when it comes down to that Krill's Norse dressing. Last but not least on the thread, so what do we have over here on the thumbnail? We have Carolyn Levitt of the White House, who claps back, yes, at Pope Leo for his comments against the president. A lot to get into, you guys. Trending topics, current events, much, much more. I'm going to stack this deck 5 at a time so that we can really get into it. Get your water, your tea, your coffee. I hope it's from 55 Coffee House. That's right, you guys. Let's keep on moving forward. Double tap that screen to get these likes up, and let's do what we got to do. Let's see what the president has to say, because yesterday he definitely attended the Easter lunch. And he's kind of like me sometimes. I guess we do have certain things in common. And I guess I just have to say it. Sometimes we go from one extreme to the next, because sometimes conversations lead that way. I am a little different. I try to pray in between so that we can break up the situations. Other people are not always like that. Let's see what the president has to say as he opened up a speech at the Easter lunch yesterday. Let's go, you guys. This happened at the White House. Hope everybody's ready to go, because yeah, we ready to go. Let's make sure we got this audio up and everything. Okay, I think we good. Let me see. Yeah, we good now. So let's get it. Let's see what he got to say. Oh, this video is unavailable. Okay, let's see if we can catch this video anywhere else. That was a good one. I like the way they pulled that fast one on me. But I'm a little better than you guys. I'm sorry. Sorry about that.
Ladies and gentlemen, the President of the United States, Donald J. Trump.
Thank you very much.
I don't know what that was about, but okay.
Please, sit down, please. It's great to have you here. It's great to have people I like for a change. A lot of people I don't like at all. I do my best in front of people I don't like, but it's much harder. This is easy. We're doing really well as a country. We're teaching people how to live in safety. We're over in Iran. We're sort of pretty much winding that up. Have to take a few more hits. We want to make sure we don't ever have them, allow them to have a nuclear weapon, because they'll use it. And you see how serious they were with the conventional ballistic missiles. They have thousands of them. We've blown most of them up. You notice every week it gets a little less at us and at our allies. We've had some very good allies over there. We've had some very bad allies in NATO. I hope you're all watching that, Scott, because we had some asks. And, you know, we spend trillions of dollars on NATO. And when we need them, which we never do, we didn't need them here either. To be honest, I was really asking because I wanted to see what they do. We didn't need them. We blasted the hell out of them, out of Iran. And the last thing I needed was NATO stepping in our way, because they're a paper tiger. But so we didn't need them, but I asked anyway. And they probably think I'm the worst salesman ever. I was the worst. They would have much preferred Franklin Graham or somebody that's a good salesman than Trump, because I'd say, we'd love to have some help. Oh, President, I'm not sure that we can. Oh, that's okay. You don't want to do it? Well, if we, oh, that's okay. You don't have to do it. So he gets off, probably says, man, that was easier than I thought. Then I call up France, Macron, whose wife treats him extremely badly. And he's still recovering from the right to the jaw. And I say, Emmanuel, we'd love to have some help in the Gulf, even though we're setting records and knocking out bad people and knocking out ballistic missiles. We'd love to have some help. If you could
He said he's still suffering from the right to the jaw.
you please send ships immediately? No. We cannot do that, Donald. We can do that after the war is won. I said, no, I don't need after the war is won, Emmanuel. Many of them said, we'll be there after the war is completed. And so I learned about NATO. NATO won't be there if we ever have the big one. You know what I mean by the big one. We ever have the big one, hopefully we won't. Relationships very good with the big one, better than with NATO. But they won't be there. And we spend billions, we didn't have to go into Ukraine. Ukraine's thousands of miles away across the ocean. We helped them. We had a president who's a stupid individual. Gave him $350 billion, got nothing for it. Gave him so much money, used so much ammunition. We're making ammunition all over the place because we need it, because he gave so much away to Ukraine. Got nothing for it. And I sell them ammunition. The European Union pays for it. What the hell, they have to do something, right? So they're good for paying for it. But everything we sold, we did. But I just want to tell you, NATO treated us very badly, and you have to remember it, because they'll be treating us badly again if we ever need them, and hopefully we're never going to need them. I don't think we will need them. I don't think they can do very much. I actually asked UK, who should be our best? In fact, the king is coming over here in 2 weeks. He's a nice guy, King Charles, but should be our best, right, Brooke? But they weren't our best. I said, you have 2 old, broken down aircraft carriers. You think you could send them over? Oh, I'll have to ask my team. I said, you're the prime minister. You don't have, no. I have to ask my team, President. My team has to meet. We're meeting next week. Oh, next week? But the war already started next week.
Whatever president, is just telling it on everybody in front of the whole news, just like that. Who's going to do this right here? Everybody else does what? They're political. They just leave it alone and they deal with it as it comes. Not him. If he got a problem with you, he's going to put you on what he called blast.
It's not good. The war's going to be over in 3 days. My prediction, it turns out. By the way, do we have the greatest military ever? Huh? We have this, right? So anyway, we've knocked them for a loop. I don't know if you saw the explosion the other day. We got the mother load. We hit the mother load like nobody's ever. Did you see that? They thought it was a nuclear weapon, actually. I said, no, we don't use them. We don't want to use them. We have more than anybody else, but we don't want to use them. But this afternoon, I'm delighted to join the countless Christians across the country and around the world as we prepare to celebrate a thing called Happy Easter. Do we have that? Everyone happy? Anybody that doesn't want, hello, darling.
How your boy go from that to Easter? But okay, let's go. Let's double tap that screen and get those likes up, because we got some breaking news, y'all. It's not over. It's not over. Tel Aviv, they still getting it. They still got sightings overhead. Let's get on over to work. We got some breaking news. We got rockets flying over Tel Aviv, and this is while all they're celebrating Passover. You guys, are y'all ready? Happy holidays. Easter coming up, y'all. What y'all doing for Easter? I know what they doing. Ducking.
Well, we've been watching the Supreme Court. Israel is being pounded by Iran. Sirens sounding over Tel Aviv as a barrage of missiles hit the nation. Let's bring in Jonathan Hunt with more. Jonathan.
Okay,
Kayleigh, Israel in general and Tel Aviv in particular have been under almost constant bombardment throughout the day today. One of the most intense bombardments, in fact, since the very early days of this war. Just about an hour ago, we had an hour-long series of sirens. We watched as the interceptors were launched from this area at those missiles, which came in one after another from Iran. And this, remember, this is the start of the Jewish holiday of Passover, and there had been warnings from Israeli officials that they feared that Iran would try to send that kind of bombardment over. We've had some impacts throughout the Tel Aviv area and other areas. One 11-year-old girl, for instance, critically wounded. She is in the hospital at this point, as we understand it, and dozens of others have been injured. But it has been a really intense day, and Passover officially started just about 30 minutes ago when the sun set here. So while Israelis gather together for the traditional dinner tonight, they are doing so under this cloud of fear that this bombardment will continue. The Iranians wanting, obviously, to disrupt what is a very important Jewish holiday. Kayleigh.
Oh boy, let's double tap that screen. Let's get those likes up, and let's not act like we didn't hear what he said about the 11-year-old that we have to pray for before we even move forward, because this is more important. That's how we do here at Our Bottom Line. Want to pray for her. I know that they say that she's in critical condition. The power of prayer, hopefully, and with her family together and with good doctors, hopefully she'll be able to make it through this tragic event right now. And everybody else who is dealing with situations like this, involved in this WAR, because over here at Our Bottom Line, we just want it to be over. That's all we care about. Amen. Let's keep on moving forward, you guys, because yes, we got the Justice Administration who have some quirks on this birthright citizen case right here. Want to know what you guys feel about this once we get away from that prayer, and that's why I like to do that in between situations, unlike other people, because sometimes we go from a hard story like that to another story that may not have anything to do with it, or it could be a quirky or a funny story. That's right. And I may have to do a funny thing in between. Long story short is what I would like to ask you guys is, how many people are for the new case that's being brought to the Supreme Court? Do you think it's correct what President Trump is doing as far as the birthright citizenship, where only people that are actually from our states and our country their children should be deemed as legal? Not, let's say, illegal immigrants who cross the border pregnant just to have children, or people that overstay visas and stuff like that. What do you guys think about that? I want to know your opinions. Do you guys feel that the Trump administration is correct in bringing this birthright case? If you think so, say yes. Let me know why. If you do not think so, say no with a thumbs down. If you're saying yes, let me get a thumbs up. If you think that if you're behind the birthright citizenship case that the Trump administration is bringing up, if you're for it, let me get a thumbs up. If you're against the birthright citizenship case, let's go with a thumbs down. I don't even know if we've gotten a decision yet. If anybody knows before me, I really need to know. All right, Casey, holler at you later. 90% of the country should have basically left. Okay, cool. We got the thumbs up. We got 2 thumbs up, 3 thumbs up. A lot of people here got thumbs up. I need to really find out where we came at with the solutions already, because I've been really trying to find out before we even got to this part.
We've just been listening to the Supreme Court hearing on President Trump's executive order on birthright citizenship. Now, that order would limit birthright citizenship to children of U.S. citizens or legal permanent residents. The 14th Amendment and federal law say all persons born or naturalized in the U.S. and subject to the jurisdiction thereof are citizens. Now, the ACLU argues that applies to children born on U.S. soil regardless of their parents' legal status. But the Trump administration says children of illegal or temporary residents should not be considered subject to the jurisdiction of the U.S. and thus not included in the 14th Amendment. The president was there in person, also making him the first sitting president to ever attend a Supreme Court hearing. Let's bring in ABC News legal contributor Kim Whaley and ABC's Peter Haralambous for more on these oral arguments. Hi to you both. A really eventful day in the court today. So, Kim, several justices seem to...
I got you, Casey. You said you was talking about the illegals. This is an up and down. We got 50-50. I'm not even going front. We got a 50-50 on this, and we have some people with some very strong points. We have some people that are basically saying, thank you so much, Miss Mrs. I think most enjoy the channel. Thank you so much, Boogotti. I appreciate you too, Miss Missy. Thank you so much. I want to just make sure I get my point across. Please thank Miss Missy for the $20 super chat and do what she did. We appreciate it. Double tap that screen and get those likes up. But guess what? There are people here that are saying that you are what your parents are. And then we had other people that are saying that, but what if you don't know anything about the country or the location where your parents are from? What about that? We cannot afford to uphold that. Liberty, excellent point. Damn, I missed what she said. I can't go in any country and outstay my visa and not have them deport me back to the USA. Scott the Rock, you damn sure right. You're right about that. Miss Missy, thank you. Everything, Miss Missy, thank you so much. I support Trump full force. I want to keep on moving forward with this story because we got a lot on it. Let's go.
To cast doubt on the Trump administration's interpretation of that clause in the 14th Amendment, subject to the jurisdiction thereof. What did you make of the justice's question?
It means subject to the jurisdiction thereof. That means if you came here and you overstayed your visa and you're not, that means that you're not even supposed to be here. That means that your country of origin, you're still subject of the justice of the origination of the place that you're from until they actually accept you and give you those papers saying that you're legally here. So if you're crossing, it's basically on paper, they're basically trying to say that you can't do that. My only problem with this is, if I can get my point out, if you guys appreciate it, I just want to tell you my feelings on the subject. And I know a lot of people feel a lot of different ways about it. Because I think it should be case by case. Why? Because I feel that some people try to come here, pregunta already, just so that when they cross the border, they can say that their child is an American citizen. So I think just like the way that they look into marriages and things of that nature, they need to look into everything as a case by case base and before they say that the person should be deemed as an American citizen or born on U.S. soil. Because I just feel that if you're just, you know, somebody, because there could be a situation where there's a cartel that's they're just getting paid to send pregnant women over, or pregnant and about to be and about to have babies. So that means that all they're trying to do is have their babies here so that their babies can be all Americanized, possibly giving them a reason to stay as well. So I'm not really for that. So maybe case by case, I'd be on that. I don't know what you guys think, and don't beat me up for my opinion, but that's my opinion. You guys can have yours, and that's what our bottom line is about, for all of us to have our opinions. Don't beat me up. Let's go.
And the Solicitor General's responses to their challenges.
With the exception, perhaps, of Justice Alito, General Sauer had a very difficult time making his argument. Essentially, the clean reading of that is that within the jurisdiction means you were born within the territory of the United States. And that has been the reading since 1898. And in that case, Wong Kim Ark, the court applied common law English law, which is a lot of what our law is based on, English law, and it's consistent with that. So very clean, easy reading. General Sauer, you have to take multiple steps across the pond, lots of rocks, right, to get to his theory. He's saying jurisdiction actually doesn't mean territory, it means allegiance. And how do you define allegiance? It's not by loyalty, it's by domicile. How do you define domicile? It's lawful residence plus an intent to remain, but you don't actually need to look into somebody's intent. You look at lawful residence, bingo, now you're in immigration and whether you're lawfully in the country. It's just too many steps removed. And even the more conservative justices with the President of the United States in the courtroom for part of it were not willing to go that far and stretch the logic to the place where General Sauer was trying to take it.
That's why I don't think it's going to pass myself. And plus, a lot of them don't want to touch it. A lot of those, they just don't want to touch it. They do not want to touch it. This is a very sensitive point, and a lot of people just do not want to touch that point. Let's see what the people in the street are saying. You know who that looks like right there, right? Isn't that our friend from Chicago out there rallying and talking? She has something to say, and then of course she's got some kickback and some pushback. But hey, people are out there out front, and what's going on? It's a little bit of chaos outside of the Supreme Court as dueling protesters. They clash a little bit over the Trump birthright citizenship case.
And that's why we keep on making our voices. Immigrants don't speak for Americans.
She said immigrants don't speak for Americans.
Get here into concentration camps. We say no.
And it couldn't be a rally without the paid-for activists and without the worst people that cannot put together a rhyme. They don't know how to keep a beat going. They don't know at all what they're doing, y'all. And all of them like the strangest colors. You notice that? It's like everybody doing their own thing. What's up with this? Somebody needs to roll up on the big joint and spray that right in that little air hole. Have them running around. Put a little stink bomb inside the little mascot over there. Let them run around and get that on video. Let's double tap that screen to get those likes up, you guys. That's right, you guys. It's a lot of back and forth right now. Sensitive issues. I've been seeing what you guys have to say. A lot of good content, you guys. I really appreciate you guys staying on topic. But now we gotta clap back. We gonna clap back. We gonna clap back. We gonna clap back. That's right. The White House claps back at the Pope. Man, nobody's off limits over here, huh? Yes, the Pope had some words to say about the WAR and us being involved. So, yeah, I guess Trump's had a little bit to say via Carolyn Levitt. Let's go, you guys. Double tap that screen to get those likes up. Let everybody know where we at. It's right now. It's our bottom line. Let's keep on doing what we do.
Good afternoon, everyone. Could you hear our amen in there? We just said a little loud prayer as a team. In this Holy Week, President Trump and the First Lady are joining in prayer with Christians celebrating the resurrection of our Lord and Savior, Jesus Christ.
Since you mentioned Easter and prayers, I wanted to ask you about something the Pope said yesterday. So Pope Leo said yesterday, and I quote him, God does not listen to the prayer of those who wage war. Can you comment?
Said God does not listen to those who wage war. Ooh, that's a serious one right there.
On that?
I think our nation was a nation founded 250 years ago almost on Judeo-Christian values, and we've seen presidents, we've seen the leaders of the Department of War, and we've seen our troops go to prayer during the most turbulent times in our nation's history. And I don't think there's anything wrong with our military leaders or with the president calling on the American people to pray for our service members and those who are serving our country overseas. In fact, I think it's a very noble thing to do. And if you talk to many service members, they will tell you they appreciate the prayers and support from the Commander-in-Chief and from his cabinet.
Yeah, we got to show respect to the Pope no matter what, you guys. Let's show respect to the Pope. Let's show respect. Come on now, y'all. Don't get on that right now. Come on, we're going to still got to show respect over here, and all due respect to everyone's religion, none topping any others, and we respect each other as people and as human beings. Everyone can have their opinion as long as they're respectful. That's right. Let's keep on going over there. We got to go into California right now. Some red flags going on over there with these alleged hospital fraud cases that Dr. Oz has been looking into. Yeah, we ain't forget about the fraud. We just shifted over from Minnesota and we went over to California now.
Of California. Welcome to you, sir. I mean, this just looks like it's rampant. Does the governor have a lot to answer for here?
Yeah, look, the federal government funds a lot of the hospices and the billions of dollars you're hearing about, but the state is responsible for administering these programs and
Gavin Newsom, he's no better than Tim Walz. I'm telling you, no better.
And the problem with California, we've seen this with homeless funds and now we see with hospice, there's no vetting and there's no checking on the people receiving the funds. State of California has a lot to a lot of blame there. But we here at the Department of Justice, we're now working with the Vice President's Fraud Task Force. We're laser focused on bringing criminal charges and arresting folks involved in this. And I think you're going to start seeing that here really, really soon.
Wow. All right. Well, Rep. James Comer suggesting that the taxpayers are on the hook for all of this California fraud. Listen.
There's at least $3.5 billion in hospice fraud, primarily in one county, Los Angeles County in California. That $3.5 billion price tag.
I feel sorry for the people in that area and for California that pay taxes, as well as when it comes to us. I hope you guys feel as bad as we gonna feel, because it's gonna be as worse than New York. I'm telling you, because what's his name? Adams was just telling it. He was like, yeah, we spending all the money on them. We actually need some help. Tried to go to Albany twice and get some money, and they turned him down.
Represents over 10% of the total bill for the federal government.
So what efforts are being made to make sure that taxpayers aren't on the hook for this?
Well, look, we're working hand in hand with Dr. Oz. Dr. Oz is responsible for administering the Center for Medicare Medi-Cal funds, and he's shutting it down. He's turning off the spigot of money going out. But this problem is so massive, and no one's done anything about it. The governors all talk. They are not serious in the state of California of going after fraud. They let out half of the prisoners out of the state of California. They have basically decriminalized most criminal offenses here. They are not serious about crime. So the federal government's stepping in, and when we charge you, you're looking at serious prison time. And the only way you're going to get deterrence, Sandra, is when the public sees people getting...
Ain't that sad how they letting out all the people out of jail? They're talking about those are minor crimes. So what they gonna do? They're gonna probably do it again. Oh yeah, I got locked up for a little while, made mad bread. I'm good. What's good? We still back on. I mean, that's crazy, right?
Handcuffed, arrested, and convicted and sentenced to long prison sentences. And that's what's coming next.
To your point about the massive momentum here, this is Jason Miller on Fox Business last night talking about Secretary Bessent's latest initiatives to track down fraud and just how big this is getting.
Secretary Bessent is setting the rat trap, and I think it's going to snap in a massive, massive way. We're taking it nationally, and I think we're going to bring a whole lot of new folks out from the shadows will be able to catch them.
And what we've heard from Secretary Bessent, it's all hands on deck. So how massive an operation is this? And does the federal government have the resources to really wrap its arms around this?
What's the problem is now that the state is not picking it up, the federal government got to pick it up. And do they have the resources is the question. So even they have to let some of these cases go.
And tackle it.
It's all about how we prioritize our resources, Sandra. So we have resources. Of course, we can't charge and go after every crime, but the administration, the president, the vice president, the attorney general has made it clear fraud is our top priority, particularly here in the state of California. And when the federal government puts its mind on something, we're going to go after it. And again, like I said, the task force with the vice president is just getting up and running. And I think you're going to see the results of that here really, really soon without saying too much.
Bill,
I know he's not coming back because he lost a lot of bread and mixed him up and everything, and it probably hurt his business for a little while. But Elon needs to come back on this topic right here, just to doge the states. Woo! Let's put that out there, y'all. What if Elon Musk and his Doge team came back together just to doge the state budgets? Oh man, that'd be phenomenal, right? Let's keep on moving forward, you guys, and double tap that screen to get those likes up. We got some breaking news that's coming in that suggests that the nasty monster Ghislaine Maxwell arranged for young girls to hook up with Prince Andrew. Oh, y'all don't think that we was gonna keep on going with the Epstein files because everybody else not paying attention to it? Man, come on over here. We got work to do. Let's get it. Double tap that screen to get those likes up because I know we better be looking good right now because we turning up. We got good information. We got trending topics, current events, all of the follow-ups that you guys want to know and hear about, and that's what we do over here. So do your boy a favor. I'm not asking for nothing, but give me all the money in your pockets. Nah, I'm just kidding. Snap into a Slim Jim. That was my dude. Oh, my God. R.I.P. the late, great Macho Man. Macho Madness. That was my guy. Do me a favor and double tap that screen and get those likes up. It gets more people over here. People always say, yo, get the likes up. Share and subscribe. I try to explain it. When you hit the like button, YouTube notices, hey, a lot of people over there, they're hitting that like button. Let's see what's going on. Then they send up a signal. Boom, then more people see the heading, and then more people come over here. Trying to get to 80 1,000 subscribers. We're right there at 70 plus. Let's get to that, you guys. Let's do what we got to do. Let's get to the 80. Let's get to work. Let's get some work going on over here. Because what we have coming up next, like I told you, we're going to keep on stacking up this deck because these emails do suggest that Maxwell, was hooking Andrew up with some pretty young, don't even want to say it. Let's go.
To the latest fallout from the Epstein files and the FBI investigation into emails from former Prince Andrew and Jeffrey Epstein's co-conspirator Ghislaine Maxwell.
We have ABC's Aaron Katersky here in studio with us, diving into all of this. Aaron, so what are they finding out about these emails? Are these new emails? Are these the emails that were mentioned when he was first arrested? Tell us about what this even says, what they even say.
Surely these emails date to 2001, 2002. Prince Andrew, when he was then Prince Andrew, was preparing for an official visit to South America. And the emails in question, the FBI took a look at, and they thought, they suggested that maybe Ghislaine Maxwell was arranging young women to have sex with then Prince Andrew. We have some of the emails available to show, and there's one from someone believed to be Andrew saying, "Have you found me some new inappropriate friends?" And then Ghislaine Maxwell writes back to him saying that she told one of her contacts in Peru to provide women who are intelligent, pretty, fun, and also who know how to be friendly and discreet.
So they was doing it around the world. They was not just imping on a regular location. They was doing this all around the world. I don't know what you heard about them. Yeah, they was doing it all around the world.
All right, so why are we seeing them now? I mean, there's been so much about redactions, and to me, this just proves why we should have, be able to look at everything, right? Because when you look at things, you can tie them to people. So why are we seeing it now?
So those emails we've seen in the original release of the Epstein files. Yes. What we found to be new was a search warrant application where the feds used those emails as sort of evidence that they thought when they were building their case against Ghislaine Maxwell, hey, there could be something here. This sounds like she's procuring women for Andrew. Yeah. And ultimately, she was never charged with that crime. But the FBI took these emails seriously enough to believe that, wow, if she is really arranging women to fly from one country to another to have sex with, that could be evidence of sex trafficking.
That you just shared with us are so clear.
They're not terribly coded.
There's no codes. Right. Yeah.
So ultimately, while she wasn't charged, and Andrew has been accused, formally of no wrongdoing and has always denied any wrongdoing, it's these kinds of documents that still lend credence to an investigation of Andrew that's now underway in the UK.
Speaking of the UK, that investigation, and correct me if I'm wrong, but was about sharing confidential information is what they got him arrested on. How do these new releases or these emails affect that investigation?
Question.
So officially he was arrested for sharing potentially inappropriate or government email with Jeffrey Epstein. But when we talked to Sir Mark Rowley, who's the commissioner of the London Metropolitan Police, he told us that there are certain sexual allegations that have been made against Andrew that are also being investigated over the years. Doesn't mean anything is going to come of it, but as Sir Mark told us, they're looking at some of those allegations to see if any of them raise to the level of a prosecutable crime.
Oh, it just seems like the pieces of the puzzle are slowly coming together.
And they've asked the Americans to finish the puzzle by giving the Brits unredacted material from the Epstein files. No word yet if the Justice.
Oh, so that's why they was asking for those files.
This department's going to allow that or not.
All before the king makes his trip here pretty soon.
Well, and that's the other thing, Pedro, if you have a second, that House Democrats have asked formally King Charles to meet with victims of Epstein and Maxwell while he's here in the United States.
Oh!
Shining an additional spotlight on the uncomfortable relationship between the king and Andrew, and maybe making.
Is there a thought that he will do that?
He has not formally responded, but Congress has asked.
All right.
Ro Khanna, I believe.
Wow, what if the king meets with them and they start talking to him and tell him about what his brother did? Like, yeah, your brother, and then after he gonna feel a whole different way about Andrew, might really kick him out. Like, you can't stay at my mansion. You gotta get up out of here. Wow, here we go, y'all. I told you, we're going to keep on moving forward, y'all. Double tap that screen if y'all appreciate the content. We just try to keep the story going and dig just a little more and peel off as many layers of the onion as possible. You know how we do it over here. Let's go, you guys. Double tap that screen. Come on and share and like. Also, subscribe to the channel. Come on, we got to get on over here and see what Warren Buffett is talking about. Because, you know, he said hands off ever since that situation with Epstein. When it comes down to what's his name, Bill Gates. They used to be cool, but he said since that came out, I think I'm going to fall back off Mr. Gates. So yeah, Warren Buffett, I guess he said, yeah, like I said, he ain't messing around with Mr. Gates for a while.
Let's talk about the latest when it comes to the Epstein files, because today you've got Warren Buffett in a new interview with CNBC saying he hasn't spoken to Bill Gates since what he calls the whole thing with the Epstein documents that went down. Watch this.
I don't want to be in a position where I know things. At the moment, I could get called as a witness.
He said, I don't want to be in a position where I know anything. He said, I could be called as a witness. I ain't even mad at him. He's like, I don't even talk to you. Don't even call me. Please don't email me. Nothing.
But I think until it gets cleared up, I just don't think it makes sense to do a lot of talking.
And these are Warren Buffett's first public comments about Gates since these files came out. Remember, he's the chairman of Berkshire Hathaway. He donated billions of dollars, Buffett did, to the Gates Foundation. But he says he doesn't regret any of that. Gates and Epstein became friends in 2011, 3 years after Epstein pleaded guilty to soliciting a minor for prostitution in 2008. Last month,
3 years after he pled guilty and was found guilty.
Remember, we told you this, Gates told staffers at a town hall it was a huge mistake to have spent time with Epstein, according to reporting by the Wall Street Journal, and said he didn't do or see anything illicit. Let me bring in Ryan Riley, who's following this story for us. Buffett is one of the richest people in the world, and he said he was shocked at how Epstein was able to win over and basically con, in his words, everybody here. And that has real consequences, right? I mean, the concern from Buffett, he really laid it out there.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, this has had these huge repercussions across these circles, the sort of circles that
Warren Buffett, like, this is what you want to do. You want to follow people like him. He said, oh, no, I only want to talk to you. Please don't call me because I might be called as a witness. What y'all got to say about this? How old is Warren Buffett, that old geezer? No shame for Epstein. He didn't slow down with awareness at all. Okay, what else you got for us up here? We got the best morning vibes. Come on in, y'all. Happy Thursday. That's coming from our number one. That's right, you guys. One of our best family members over here, Liberty and Justice. Let's go, you guys. Y'all hear what she said. She said, empty your whole bank account right now. Put everything in the super chat for us. Nah, she ain't say that. But we would appreciate if you go ahead and subscribe to the channel. Hit that notification bell so that you know we're on.
Warren Buffett typically deals in, and here's a little bit more of what he had to say in the interview.
He had a way of conning everybody. Men are going to like sex. And some of them are going to like not paying taxes. And whatever it was, he figured out what their weakness was.
Yeah, so sort of cutting through, all of the noise.
He said he figured out what their weakness was. Some men are going to like the number 6, and some men are going to like not paying taxes. He figured out what their weakness was. Sounds pretty cut and dry to me.
Is there talking about why he hasn't had this ongoing relationship with Bill Gates since this all broke?
Is it possible we'll hear more from Gates? I mean, I think Congress would be interested in speaking with him, right? The investigation, the committee running that investigation.
Yeah, I think the fallout's going to continue from this. Obviously, Congress has put a lot of emphasis on.
Okay, you guys, let's get on to a little bit of inside government possible corruption here from someone that we know and don't like at all. I don't know about y'all, but I can't stand it. I've been standing it, and I just can't stand no more. Because I done took all I can take, and I can't stand no more when it comes out to this person. I'm talking about none other than Kathy Jokel Hochul. Oh man, it just grinds my gears just to say her name. That's right, you guys. We got a follow-up to Kathy Hochul's federal corruption connections. This is a connection situation. The prosecutors are now investigating an alleged homeless shelter contracted to corruption. I want you guys to please do me a favor. Please do me a favor. Let's put a pin in this right here. What is today's date? Today is April the 2nd, 2026. We're on our first quest and our first and our first insight that we're hearing about what? Any sort of fraud going on in New York. This is the first time you're going to hear about it. First time I'm hearing about it. So now what I'm hoping and I'm praying for is that means that they're going to come to our city and our state and find more that's going on, because I do believe the same way they found a lot in Minneapolis, the same way they found a lot in Los Angeles, I believe they're going to find a ton of fraud in New York once they come here. So we got a little bit of late breaking news about what's going on with Kathy Hochul's aide. Let's see how deep this goes.
Authorities arresting 4 people in connection to a federal corruption investigation tied to a New York City homeless shelter operator. And Fox 5's Morgan Mackay is live in the newsroom. Morgan, what can you tell us about this?
Hey, Bianca, Natasha. So the 4 people who have now been indicted and arrested are all tied to a nonprofit called Bragg's Home Care located in Brooklyn. City Council member Farrah Lewis and her sister, who works for Governor Kathy Hochul, are also allegedly being investigated, but were not named as part of this indictment today. Now, the nonprofit at the heart of this investigation, Bragg's Home Care, has received millions of dollars in city contracts to...
Bragg's Home Care has received millions of dollars
operate homeless and migrant shelters since 2022. 2 of the 4 defendants, the former president of the nonprofit, Jean-Ronald Tireless, and its executive director, Roberto Samedi, left federal court in Brooklyn after facing a judge late this afternoon. The 2 other men arrested are 2 vendors who were hired by the nonprofit to provide security services, former NYPD Sergeant Eduardo St. Fort and Miguel Jorge. The indictment alleges that the 2 men at Bragg's Home Care helped steer business to the security companies controlled by St. Fort and Jorge in exchange for bribes and kickbacks. The indictment alleges that Tireless and Samedi embezzled more than $1.3 million from their nonprofit. A spokesperson for Bragg says that Samedi is currently on administrative leave and the company has been cooperating with federal investigators. Mayor Zoran Mamdani was asked today if the city will now cancel its contracts with this shelter provider.
We'll definitely be looking into these, because any allegation, especially if it's being substantiated, of improper action and behavior is one that has to be followed up on.
Meanwhile, the first thing that they said to him when he came in was try to find a lot of misspent money, find where your money is going to, instead of trying to ask for more money. Because you have a lot of wasteful spending going on in New York City, and anyone that's going to spend money and invest in you, they're going to want to know what you're doing about the wasteful spending. So the problem with him is he didn't do that. He just started to look for more money. Oh, I can't find money. Now he wants to go find a rainy day fund and spend money from that. So now, right while he's doing all that, look what he's got going on. He's got situations that's coming up to him right now where what? Now they're looking at it like, oh my God, now we got this corruption over here. We find the corruption over there. Maybe you should even look into your city and see if there's more corruption, turn the spigot off, save money from that, and then start to implement budgets to start shifting money going other places. But of course he doesn't know to do that. So now he's just trying to put his money in it. I mean, put his finger in a, you know how they say it, right? In a dike and close the water from coming out. He's doing it the wrong way. Let's double tap that screen and get those likes up. I don't know why, but we got a real bad situation going on over here. That's why I say Doge the states. We need to Doge the whole state.
Any allegation and finding of improper behavior and action by a public servant is immensely concerning, and we will be following up on that.
Now, according to the New York Times, investigators also seized the cell phones of Brooklyn City Councilwoman Farrah Lewis. As part of this investigation, Lewis was not named in the indictment and her office did not return a request for comment. Investigators are also allegedly looking into Lewis's sister, Debbie Lewis, who works for Governor Kathy Hochul. The governor's team says that Debbie was placed on leave last week after the governor learned of the federal corruption investigation. We also asked the City Council Speaker's office about this investigation that allegedly involves Councilmember Lewis and if this will impact her committee assignments. A spokesperson for the Speaker says the council takes any potential misconduct seriously and are urging investigators to work quickly.
No, but I'm going to look into that British pawn thing that you just said. I'm going to definitely do that. Can't do it right now, but thank you for telling me about it. Again, you guys can definitely email me. Tell me about stories going on in different places by sending an email to bridgethisllc@gmail.com or go to the Discord and you can just text me. It comes right to the cell phone. It goes blah, blah, and I'm like, oh, who said something? And then I go right to it and I read it and we respond. Also, we got some updates. Whoever's put images up in the Discord, they're now inside of the post notification area as well. So we got some phenomenal pictures of a few of our people relaxing, having a spa day. We also have other photos where we've got, what was that? Was that 55 over there? That was 55 Coffee House. Lisa Roy had the nice photo right there of the little planter grower she got going right there with the Our Bottom Line logo on it. That's how we do it, you guys. We show love and support for each other. But let's keep on moving forward because we got some embarrassment going on, and I see why this one was probably going on and trying to have conversations and possible relations with another guy because she probably knew something was going on at home. You know what I'm talking about? Let's not hold back. Let's get right into it, you guys. Let's get into this wild situation right here with none other than Brian Noem. That's right. We got some wild photos of the former head of Homeland Security's Kristi Noem's cross-dressing husband. His name is Brian Noem, and he's being exposed for cross-dressing and wearing giant fake boobies. Let's keep on moving forward, you guys. I guess they said he was paying money to women online or something like that. So yeah, I'm sorry, Kristi, but it seems like she just can't get a break. Kristi just can't get a break. First, she has a problem at work where she gets demoted. Now we got some, then they found out about her possibly having a relationship going on in the office. Now her husband's wearing fake boobies. Oh God, let's go, you guys. Let's get it. Double tap that screen and get those likes up. We covering it.
Photos have leaked from an online fetish community that allegedly feature Brian Noem, the husband of former Secretary of Homeland Security Kristi Noem. The Daily Mail obtained hundreds of messages, purportedly sent between the former Secretary of Homeland Security's husband and 3 women who are involved in the so-called bimbofication fetish scene. Leaked
Bimbofication fetish scene. That's what it's called, y'all. Bimbofication. That's when they put on an oversized prosthetics or fake boobs and stuff like that. And he gonna put on some lipstick and all of that. Your boy got on the pink shorts on, and he got a little bit of rouge on. Oh my, yes, that is her husband. And you know how bad she feel right now by having his last name? She ready to be like, no, you gotta get it up off of my name. She ready to go back to her original maiden name. She don't care what it was. Her last name could have been Peter Piper Picked the Pepper. She's like, yes, please give me my last name back, please.
Pics reportedly show Brian wearing comically oversized, lopsided breasts, complete with fake protruding nipples. Other pictures show the South Dakota insurance mogul, who has 3 children with Noem, clad in pink hot pants and a skin-tight, flesh-colored Crocs.
What's going on with Brian over here, y'all? What's going on with Brian, y'all? And I know she had to know something about this. What if she opened a closet one day and saw all his get up? She's like, oh no. Somebody says she the one that leaked it. Oh my God. Yeah, he probably had some back problems lugging those around.
Top, stuffed with enormous balloons, made to resemble massive, cockeyed bazoongos. According to reporting by the Daily Mail, Brian chatted up women from the online fetish scene, in which adult performers augment their breasts with massive amounts of saline to achieve a Barbie doll-like appearance. Representatives of Kristi told the Post the former DHS chief was, quote, devastated by the salacious allegations of her husband, and that the family was, quote, blindsided by this.
Somebody said, is that her stuff? Is that her clothes he wearing?
In a 2022 interview with Elysian, Kristi Noem said that their family was an open book and transparent. The Daily Mail also spoke with national security experts who said the existence of the scandalous photographs could have made Kristi the subject of potential blackmail threats.
When she came home one day, he said, hell with this, I'm tired. I'm coming out. I want the world to know. I got to let it show.
Former CIA officer Mark Polymeropoulos told the outlet that the photos could be a, quote, tantalizing lead for a hostile intelligence service. Kristi was ousted from her role at DHS on March 5th after a pair of disastrous congressional hearings, including fumbling a question about whether she was having an affair with top aide Corey Lewandowski.
Now you know why she was having the affair. She wasn't getting nothing at the crib.
Have you had sexual relations with Corey Lewandowski? Mr. Chairman, I am shocked that we're going down and peddling tabloid garbage in this committee today.
Reclaiming
and
my
ma'am,
time.
one thing that I would tell you is that he is a special government employee who works for the White House.
Lewandowski, who is also married, has been by Noem's side at high-profile events, even sitting side by side across from Guyanese President Irfan Ali.
Hey man, she like, look, my husband out here with these fake boobs and all of that. He's like, no, but I'm married. I don't know if we should do this. I don't think it's right. What do you mean? Look here, man. No, aren't you married to Brian? You guys seem like you're such in love. Oh yeah? Look at these pictures. Oh, now I understand. Somebody said I would be mad if he had bigger chest than me too. Oh my God, Faye, you crazy. Let's keep on going, you guys. Double tap that screen and get those likes up, because now we got to get on over to Jupiter. And could you do your boy a favor if you appreciate the content? Give me all the money in your pockets right now. No, I'm just kidding. Do your boy a favor, hit that like button, subscribe to the channel. It gets much more people over here when you hit that button. Also, there's a notification bell down there. Hit that bell so that you know when we're on if you haven't done it already. Let's get on over to Jupiter Island, Jupiter City. And you know we're doing follow-ups right now. Tiger Woods, he's broken his silence after the DUI. He says he's going to be stepping away for a period of time. Honestly, put a lot of people in jeopardy. I also think that he said this already. Probably think that it's time for Tyler to get some sort of a different type of help when it comes down to watch your head. I think Tyler needs to, Tiger, I'm sorry to say it, but you might need to sit down for a while, buddy, because it seems like you keep on getting off with the slap on the wrist, and he's also asking for a jury trial, probably trying to see if he can use his fame to walk away from this, you guys. Yep. Let's see what's going on. I feel sorry for Tiger, but sometimes you got to really go in and really discipline people when they're doing wrong, especially when he's done it 3 times now.
Not guilty and is asking for a jury trial after his DUI arrest following his latest rollover crash, that one in Florida. Now he is breaking his silence for the first time, releasing a new public statement before his legal fight moves ahead. Here it is, quote, "I know and understand the seriousness of the situation I find myself in today. I'm stepping away for a period of time to seek treatment and focus on my health. This is necessary in order for me to prioritize my well-being."
He said and done this before. Right after he had the hospital accident, he had the major accident where he almost had his leg amputated. He said this before. Just got to point that out.
"And work toward lasting recovery. I'm committed to taking the time needed to return in a healthier, stronger, and more focused place, both personally and professionally," end of quote. Now, the PGA then responded with this: "Tiger Woods is a legend of our sport, whose impact extends far beyond his achievements on the course. But above all else, Tiger is a person, and our focus is on his health and well-being." Kaylee.
Well, apparently every generation is bound to have its own Tiger Woods scandal. I mean, this is just yet another time that he's back in the news for a driving under the influence related incident, which is troubling. And I know that he said that he's going back to seek help and he's going to work on himself. But, you know, at what point does that actually start? Because he's had years to do that, and he's put real lives at risk with his reckless behavior. I do think it's interesting that he's asking for a jury trial. I think that he's presuming on a lot, maybe his fame, you know, that sort of thing. But again, if you're in the jury and if this moves forward, I think you've got to be asking yourself, would I have been able to get away with this if I were in his shoes? Because this is repeated incidents here. And has he been able to get away with it because of his fame, because of his access to wealth? I don't think that the average person in the state of Florida would be able to do this multiple times and get away from legal trouble. So I don't think he should either.
Well, you know, one thing that has made the difference, though, aside from the privilege that you're talking about, Lawrence, has been the fact that he tends to hurt himself. Like, you know, he's hit inanimate objects with cars. I mean, dating back to 2009 in Orlando. And then you've got the situation now. He hit a truck with a trailer on the back. Thank God that person wasn't injured.
Yeah, he flipped over and slid, too. You're lucky he was in a Range Rover. Got out of that joint like, is everybody okay? Double tap that screen and get those likes up. But also, we already know it's a problem going on with Tiger right now, even though it may not be when it comes down to alcohol. There could be some chemical dependency going on there. And yes, that's a disease as well. So yes, we pray for Tiger Woods and we hope that he can get through this time. We really love him as a golfer. We love him as a human being. He is still and has been a legend that we also know. And yes, we would love for him to get a full recovery, because we don't want anybody that we know or love to go through things like this. It may be jokey at certain times or whatever, but at the end of the day, we want him to be safe, and we want everybody around him to be safe. Really care about him, and I really hope that something comes out of this that's very positive. And we pray for you, Tiger, collectively over here, that you get through this today, brother. Amen. Let's keep on moving forward over to Utah, where we got the suspect, Tyler Robinson. Finally, something going on with this case. But guess what they're trying to do? They want to put a delay on it. But I don't know if they're wrong about it, you guys. They want to do a delay. His lawyers, Tyler Robinson's lawyers, would like to delay the upcoming trial for Charlie Kirk, because of what's going on. Is they seem to say because the actual pow bullet, it broke apart, and they can't do forensics on it. So does that mean that they shouldn't have the case go forward because they cannot do forensic on the actual pow bullet? What do you guys think? Let's keep on moving forward, you guys. Let's go. Double tap that screen. Let's get those likes up. Let's see what's going on with this Charlie Kirk situation.
Meanwhile, lawyers for the man accused of killing Charlie Kirk are pushing to delay an upcoming trial hearing as new details come out surrounding the ballistics report.
Claudia Cowan joins us now with the latest. Good morning, Claudia.
Good morning, Lawrence and Brian, and also to you, Rachel. Nearly 7 months after Charlie Kirk was assassinated, lawyers for his accused killer are attempting to cast doubt on a critical piece of evidence, the bullet that killed the conservative icon. In a new defense filing, attorneys for Tyler Robinson say an ATF summary report, quote, was unable to identify the bullet recovered at autopsy to the rifle allegedly tied to Mr. Robinson. But prosecutors say that report is inconclusive and doesn't rule out a ballistics match to the rifle Robinson allegedly used or to any other firearm.
The examiners were not able to find enough detail on the fragments to be able to make a determination as to whether or not they can tie the bullet to the rifle.
Law enforcement sources tell Fox that when the bullet hit Kirk, it struck bone and broke apart, making conclusive analysis almost impossible.
The jury needs to hear that there were these fragments found. They'll show them those fragments that were recovered from the victim or in the area where the victim was at, and that they were unable to match it because there wasn't enough material left to conclusively match it to a firearm.
Testing did confirm that the shell casing found at the scene matched the suspected murder weapon. The defense is also asking for at least 6 more months to review thousands of files and hours of video before a preliminary hearing.
They're trying to get over a year plus just to prepare for this case right here, you guys. And somebody in the comments, I think that was Sam Champion, said, poor Charlie lost his life and he still does not being able to get justice for it. But yes, you know what we do over here. We still pray. We hope that this case gets to move forward and that we finally come to some sort of resolution or solution. Because right now, they're still going back and forth. And with this being the case, we're going to have to wait for what? Another decision on this topic. Amen? Let's keep on moving forward, you guys. It's time for me to finally do it for the day. We got to get on over to New York. And if I can make it there, I'll make it, bum, bum. Anywhere, it's up to you. New York, New York. That's right, you guys. Let's get on over to Manhattan, where a man was found not guilty on the top murder charges of illing a detective, convicted on all other charges, but not the top charge. Let's keep on moving forward, you guys. You guys know about this Guy case. This guy's right here. That's his actual first name. I think it's Guy something. I don't know his last name, but I know his first name is Guy.
After some confusion at the courthouse, a split verdict tonight against the man responsible for the death of hero NYPD Detective Jonathan Diller. Guy Rivera was found not guilty of the most serious first-degree murder charge, but the jury says he's guilty of all the other counts, including aggravated manslaughter and attempted murder. Eyewitness News reporter Sonia Rincon with what the confusion was all about.
Whether Guy Rivera intended to point his gun and fire it at Detective Jonathan Diller when he refused orders to get out of a car and Diller's partner reached into it became the central argument of the case. The jury found 36-year-old Rivera not guilty of first-degree murder. The reaction from Diller's wife, family, and fellow officers who spent more than 3 weeks hearing excruciating evidence and testimony.
Shocked and devastated. There is no doubt, the facts were there.
But the jury found Rivera guilty of aggravated manslaughter for shooting Diller in March 2024 in Far Rockaway, and the attempted murder of Diller's partner for what he did with the gun after shooting Diller.
He pushed it right against Sergeant Rosen's chest, and he tried pulling the trigger. It's a miracle that Sergeant Rosen is still here with us, and thankfully, the gun jammed.
That attempted murder charge actually carries the longest potential sentence of the 4 counts the jury convicted him of after deliberating a full day.
I stand here today proud of that verdict. Guy Rivera will face at a maximum of 90 years to life as a sentence for all of the crimes that he was convicted of today.
When that mixed verdict was first announced, it was emotional enough for Diller's family and fellow cops. But there was something else that stunned the court that was unusual. When the judge polled the jury, one juror indicated that was not his verdict. The judge asked the jury to go back and deliberate. They returned 2 hours later with the same verdict. This time it was unanimous.
We are grateful that he's going to spend the rest of his life behind bars. We're grateful for the DA and her entire team, but it hurts.
At Queens Criminal Court in Kew Gardens, Sonia Rincon, Channel 7, Eyewitness News.
Sensitive topic right there. He still got 90 years, so it ain't like he's getting out no time soon. He got 90 years to look at. Let's keep on going because we got some breaking news, you guys. And yes, we got to get into the teen takeover all across the nation, all around the nation, same song. That's right, you guys. You might go to a Starbucks. You hanging out, boom, big crowd pops up at the mall. You might go there, boom, big crowd pops up. And then they're not just popping up anymore. They taking stuff and kind of acting kind of rowdy. Let's get into it, you guys. We got this teen takeover, chaos spreading around the nation, everywhere. Let's go.
Okay, we'll keep it with the driving theme and when things don't work out. Out of control teenagers taking over streets across the nation now. Those scenes from Los Angeles, just a glimpse of what cities are dealing with. And it's not just LA. Right now, city council members in Washington, D.C. are preparing to vote on extending the emergency youth curfew meant to curb these wild events.
And it's not even summer yet.
You're watching Outnumbered. I'm Harris Faulkner here with my co-host Emily Campagno. Joining us today, Molly Line, Fox News correspondent, Lisa Booth, Fox News political analyst, and with us for the first time, Captain Barry Butch Wilmore, former NASA astronaut and
Brooklyn's in the house. They acting up in Brooklyn too. I got something for y'all out.
Author of Stuck in Space, as astronauts hope through the unexpected. Amazing. Okay, I can't go on with any stories without touching with you. First of all, welcome.
Well, thank you for having me. Thank you. I mean, this is pretty surreal for me. I tied in from space one day. I got my topics were done, or my tasks were done, and I tied into the to the feed. Just turned on my iPad, and Fox News popped up. Outnumbered was on.
You can watch us from space?
She was talking about me. The moment it popped up, Emily was talking.
Okay, sorry, can't get off course, you guys. We got to bring it back in. Let's double tap that screen. Let's get those likes up. Come on, we got to get on. We got to keep moving forward. They went off course. We're going to stay on course. We don't do that. We don't go in rabbit holes. We jump over them. San Francisco, let's do it. We got this human rights commissioner director who has been arrested for what they're saying is something that you guys won't believe. You guys won't believe this. Let's blame it on the people that give them the money. It's not my client's fault. What are you talking about? She's a government official. When you gave her the money, you guys should have taught her how to spend it. Yes, that's what the defense is. You guys heard what I said. You should have taught her how to spend it when you gave her access to the money. You ain't gonna believe this one here, y'all. Let's double tap the screen and get those likes up because we probably got off of that one, but we on to another one. Watch this here.
Francisco's Human Rights Commission has been charged with 17 felonies alleging financial misconduct in the way she used and distributed city funds.
Had the nerve to say, you're supposed to tell her how to spend the money.
While on the job.
Crowd 4's Dan Kerman reports. After being tipped by a whistleblower in an 18-month investigation, San Francisco District Attorney Brooke Jenkins has filed 17 felony charges against Cheryl Davis, the former executive director of San Francisco's Human Rights Commission, alleging financial misconduct in the way she distributed and used city funds for the Dreamkeeper Initiative, the program designed to reinvest in San Francisco's Black community.
We have to hold government actors accountable, certainly when they are abusing the trust of San Franciscans, when they are abusing taxpayer dollars. And in this case, using funds that were supposed to be targeted and given to the Black community to actually engage in a reinvestment and an uplifting of community to help children. And that money was lost from the community.
James Spingola, the former executive director of the nonprofit Collective Impact, which Davis used to run, was also charged with 4 felonies. Prosecutors allege, in addition to misappropriating funds, Davis had numerous conflicts of interest.
We did find that a portion of this money was spent in a manner that was self-dealing and was for her benefit and the benefit of her brand, ultimately her finances, and paid for things that it was not intended to be used for.
The charges are a distortion of the truth. What they do is they make it look like Dr. Davis was misappropriating funds for her own benefit.
Davis's attorney Tony Brass says what actually happened was the city hired Davis, gave her no training in government work or managing city money, and now is blaming her.
Sure, it yields an imperfect result, but that's what it is. It's not felonious conduct.
The DA says the investigation is far from over. That could mean more charges for these two or additional arrests. At the DA's office in San Francisco, Dan Kerman, Crown 4 News.
All I'm going to say is money can get you a damn good lawyer. Because if he didn't flip the script on that whole thing right there at the end, wow. Had the nerve to say, how you going to give her the money and didn't teach her how to spend it? And that was your fault. Now it's their fault. With her lawyer, she might sue them for more money and call them to say that they said something bad about her. That is crazy, yo. That's bananas right there. Do you guys see this story right here? You guys see this crap? She didn't know that wasn't hers to spend. Exactly. Government workers, oh dang. Oh my God. Let's keep on moving forward. Somebody said Mr. Bean. Was that you, Casey, that called him Mr. Bean? Was that her lawyer, Mr. Bean? Let's keep on moving forward to this Stockton meat market. And at this point, I would get into another business, yo. If anybody know this Stockton meat market, I'm gonna tell you like this: don't go there. Don't go there. Don't go. Matter of fact, go there and tell the owner, look here, here go $20. We're gonna all try to come together and give you something. Here go $20, but we want you to shut down, cause you don't know that. You don't know. You probably a good butcher. You probably know how to get meat, and you probably know how to do. But you don't know nothing about security. Kind of like these other businesses. We got this Stockton meat market owner who speaks out after 3 break-ins in less than 2 days. He ain't got no ribs left, no beef, no chicken. They probably done took everything. It seemed like they going to his joint like it's a soup kitchen and just taking what they want. Let's get on over here to Stockton and see what's going on with this poor man who's losing all of his surplus to people just walking in taking what they want. Come on, Sacktown. Come on, Sacramento. Let's go.
Fox 40's Josie Hart has more details tonight.
Surveillance cameras rolling as thieves break into this Murata area meat market. Not once, not twice, but 3 times this past weekend.
The first time they came in, they broke the lock, they took some of our display racks, they took a pressure washer, some charcoal, and that happened around 3 o'clock. Roughly 30 minutes later, they came back again and reloaded the car.
The owner says this led to thousands in damages and stolen equipment needed to keep business going.
And then the following day, they came again after we had purchased a new lock, chained everything up.
But it's not the first time this location has been targeted by thieves.
Last time they broke the front door. They wrapped around the ATM, and with the truck, you can see in the video, they yanked the whole ATM through the truck and they yank it out.
The owner says thankfully no one was inside during these incidents, but the impact has affected their peace of mind. Now Hernandez says they are having to pay for the stolen equipment out of pocket while keeping business going and having to pay for additional security measures, hoping to protect the shop and the staff from future crimes.
There's only so much we could potentially do. And at the end of the day, I just leave it in God's hands and hope that, these people stop what they're doing.
But local residents have stepped up to support, buying more meat and even offering their own surveillance cameras to help keep watch.
It's unfortunate why they do these things, and I just keep these people in my prayers, and I hope that they find the light and they turn around and try to find good in their heart,
Adding to that effort, the store has now created a special deal set to last through Sunday in hopes of covering the losses and keeping business going.
Here we have the Fox 40 special, and I'm super excited about this because for $40, you guys can get everything that you see here. And what do we have? We have 2 pounds of shoulder steak, 2 pounds of marinated drums, 2 pounds of pork chop, 1 pound of ground beef, and 1 pound of bacon. And the way you guys can show support is by coming and purchasing this Fox 40 special. This is an amazing deal. Feed the family with $40.
For now, the San Joaquin County Sheriff's Office is investigating, and anyone with information on this case is urged to contact their office.
I don't think that they did that as an inside job. I don't think it has nothing to do with insurance, especially, it seems like hard-working people that just keep on getting hit, and it's not too good with security. You need to step that security up, and you know what you want to do? Lock a pit bull inside at night. Yep, or a chihuahua. Either or, it's up to you. Because as long as they're making noise, they won't mess with you. Let's get some dog security out there. Yes, you guys, pray for them because he did put a pretty great prayer in the air, and he wants to pray for the people that have been stealing from them and hope that they turn their ways around. Let's just hope that that actually happens for the brother. And yes, everybody who eats meat and wants to do the $40 special, go show some support. Yeah, go show them some support. Double tap that screen and get those likes up. That's a damn shame, stealing from them people over there. Look like they're hardworking, good people. Let's get on over to New Jersey, where a prosecutor says that this middle school teacher was grooming a boy starting at the age of 12 years old. Yes, I said that. And she sent him over 7,500 dirty pictures, texts. That's right, you heard what I said. I don't know how, but do me a favor, you guys. Let me see your phone. Let me see your phone. Let me see your phone. Yeah, I need to see your phone. That's what I'm saying to my kid. After this one right here, I need to see your phone. Let's go.
In this case, there are no conditions which the court can reasonably impose on this defendant to assure all 3 prongs of the triad. I would incorporate my statements made in the probable cause portion of this argument here so as not to belabor those specific facts. But, Your Honor, there are attendant circumstances in this case that are not encompassed by the charges, which the court should consider, that go to all 3 prongs of the triad. Your Honor, this was more than just 6 isolated and aberrant acts of sexual abuse against a minor. This was a pattern of 6 years of grooming, manipulation, and abuse by this defendant as a middle school teacher against one of her active and then former students. Your Honor, I did provide a large number of text messages to counsel between the defendant and the victim. Because of the nature of the cell phone, they start in May of 2023 and they continue through January of 2026. There are references in those text messages to FaceTimes and prior conversations, but the actual messages that we have don't go back further than May of 2023 at this time. These text messages show not only the level of the grooming and manipulation by this defendant, but they also corroborate multiple times over the sexual relationship disclosed by this victim.
And I'm not going to tell you what to do about that, but I know that you looking at that very serious, you guys. I'm sorry, not you guys, but someone said that they tried to take their daughter's phone and she ran out the room. I know that you're probably taking that very serious and probably as a warning, because yeah, I'd look into that. I'm just going to say that. I'd look into that.
Including the specific sexual acts that the victim disclosed to police during his interview. For example, Your Honor, in a text message conversation that occurred on August 9th of 2023, the defendant is reminiscing with the victim about when the victim was in middle school, specifically a time that the victim came to her classroom on her prep period, and the defendant made out with the victim and that they were grinding. This is stated by the victim in his statement to police. He explains that when he was in middle school, he would go to her classroom on her prep period, which was 3rd period. Even all these years later, he remembers the specific period and he recalls this specific incident.
Yeah, so it's not just men, it's women too, and that doesn't mean it's good. That doesn't mean it's right. A lot of guys like, yeah, I had it early when I was da-da-da, and we look at it like a rite of passage, like it's a good thing. In reality, it's not, because now that's all you're thinking about. You can't focus on what you need to focus on, and a lot of people that I know, I got turned on to the number 6 too early, and that's all they think about. And they think, it just changes you once you experience that. Trust me, you guys know about it. Should be a beautiful experience or a good experience, not just, because I want to, or everybody's saying we should. Let's keep on moving forward, you guys. Yes, want to pray for the children that she harmed. Also, hopefully that she did not harm anyone else, because as you can see, she's been doing this for a number of years. And like she said, I remember back when you were in middle school. So we don't know if there's been other children that she probably harmed. So we want to pray for them, and hopefully there's a deeper investigation into all of the children and all of anybody that she came into contact with. Amen. Because we can't forget about that. This might not be the only ones. Might not be the only one. Do me a favor, you guys, double tap that screen, get those likes up for stories like this. I always tell you guys, if you feel like you can't talk or you want to talk to your child, maybe you sit them down first and let them see this video. And you let them see what's going on. And then you say, hey, I'm going to start asking for that phone. I'm going to need that phone from you. I'm going to need that phone. Let's see what their response is. If they run out, that's one thing. You got to deal with that a certain way. If they hand over the phone, that's another thing. So I'm just telling you guys, there may be times to have conversations, not just about the phone, but pre-warnings about why you as a parent, uncle, aunt, you act a certain way. I'm like that with my niece. Look, let me show you something. See these videos right here? This is why I'm always on you. This is why I always bother you. Because look at this. And then they get an understanding. Let's keep on moving forward, you guys, and double tap that screen. Let's get on over to where we going. We got to get on over to Texas. We got a North Texas fireman, 3 of them that did what? Underage number 6 with a 16-year-old junior firewoman. That's right, you guys. With great power comes great responsibility. Let's get on over to Texas. I'm not playing when it comes down to these stories. Yes, there's a lot of crimes and stuff that's going on, a lot of SESIX, but when it comes down to messing with the children and it comes down to stuff like this, we put this on blast. And they got to go on blast because they're supposed to be to protect people.
North Texas firefighters are facing child sex crime charges.
2 of them, David Perez and Dalton McCaslin, are charged with sex assault. A third, Joshua Riles, is charged with indecency. Police documents reveal all 3 cases involve the same accuser. She says the abuse occurred when she was 16 years old and working for the Howe Volunteer Fire Department in Grayson County as a junior firefighter. Fox 4's Peyton Yeager has more from the police documents tonight. Peyton?
Steve and Heather, this investigation began in May of 2025. That is when a young woman came forward with these allegations against 3 Howe volunteer firemen dating back to 2022.
If you guys love the show and you wanted to get more demo and get more people out there, because we do stuff like this to get more content out, go ahead and subscribe to the channel. We're trying to get up to 80,000 subscribers. Also, please go ahead and hit that like button. And if you really like the show, spend a whole $2.99 to become a member. So it's kind of expensive, but yeah, $2.99 a month. And we here every day. That's right, you guys, let's go.
Now, this young woman told police she was sexually assaulted around 30 times when she was just 16 years old. Now, Howe police said they took immediate action, and then they called in the Texas Rangers to take over. 3 North Texas firefighters are now charged with child sex crimes. David Perez Glass, Joshua Riles, and Dalton McCaslin were arrested by Texas state troopers on Thursday following a 10-month-long investigation. A young woman whose name has been redacted in documents obtained by Fox 4 says she was victimized by these men when she was a 16-year-old junior firefighter at the Howe Volunteer Fire Department in Grayson County in 2022.
I have reason to believe, and I'm just going to go there, I got reason to believe that this one fireman has been doing it for a longer period of time, and he went at younger children because of the statements that he made. You'll see what I'm talking about when you hear him.
Police say Perez Glass coerced the girl to have sex from January 2022 to January 2023 while alone at the fire station and also at a storage facility in Van Alstyne. She also said Perez Glass told her he would rape her and do things to her parents and that he would kill her if she ever told anyone. The woman also said on her 17th birthday, Perez Glass said he no longer wanted a relationship now that she was of legal age. According to How Fire's Facebook page, the same year the alleged abuse occurred, Perez Glass was awarded Firefighter of the Year.
Same year, he was awarded Firefighter of the Year.
Dalton McCaslin, in an interview with investigators earlier this month, confessed he knew the girl was younger than 17 when the two had sex at his apartment in December of 2022. The third, Joshua Riles, also admitted to having a sexual interaction with the girl while she was at the Howe fire station. At the time of their arrests, all three men had full-time jobs across North Texas. Perez Glass employed at Irving Fire since 2023, now on administrative leave. McCaslin also on administrative leave from Allen Fire, where he's been for more than 2 years. And Melissa Fire says Riles resigned from the department right before he was arrested last week. The city of Melissa had just awarded Riles Paramedic of the Year.
One, discuss, consider, and act upon job description for the fire chief.
Howe's city council members voted at the March 17th meeting to post the vacant fire chief position. The previous chief, Robert Monet, submitted his resignation last month. The council didn't share a reason for the sudden departure. Again, this investigation, Stephen Heather, has been going on close to a year, but those interviews with those three firefighters, that just happened this month in March. But that comes after months.
He had the nerve to say he's on administrative leave. Two of them on administrative leave. Don't that mean they still get paid, y'all?
Of interviews with other witnesses and waiting for subpoenas and that information to come back, mostly surrounding evidence from social media channels, including Snapchat.
Oh, so they still getting paid while they on admin leave. Okay, yeah, that's how it get down right now. Poor girl, poor situation. Had the nerve to say he knew that she was underage when he did what he did. Oh, you guys, we gotta pray for these children, and I need you guys to start showing these videos. I know you guys are probably, some of you guys are not agreeing with me. I know that you probably don't because you think it's too heavy. You're probably like, nah, I'm not gonna show my niece or my nephew that because it's too hard for them. It's too hard for them to see. My only defense on that is trying to tell you guys at this time when things like that are going on, it's probably necessary for them to see it. I'm just asking God to help me guide and say what else the best thing I can say from my heart when it comes down to this point right here, because I think that they need to see stuff like this at least as much as you can take them depending on certain ages. Amen. Because they need to know what's going on out there, not just, oh, go out there and be nice to people, respect the firemen, respect the police, and respect your teachers. You might mess around and respect the wrong teachers and respect the wrong firemen and respect the wrong police officers after all of the stories we showing. That's when we came up. Not nowadays. They all cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs, if you know what I mean. Do your boy a favor, double tap that screen. Let's get those likes up. We got to get on over to Houston. We got the Sub-Zero Arbor, and the FBI is looking for him. He got about $25,000 right now on his reward head. He's suspected in multiple bank robberies and a specific type of bank too. He doesn't go to the big guys. It seems like he frequents this one type of bank. Wonder why. Let's double tap that screen and get those likes up, you guys. Let's go.
Tonight, the FBI releasing surveillance video of the man they are calling the Sub-Zero suspect.
Sub-Zero, he's wanted for robbing 3 banks in the last 5 years, and tonight the reward increased because investigators say he's becoming more brazen. The FBI is speaking exclusively with our Anieli Ruiz, who joins us tonight with the latest. Anieli?
Well, that's right. They are not offering a $25,000 reward for any information that leads to an arrest or a conviction. Investigators want you to take a close look at this picture suspect. It was in broad daylight when the man investigators have dubbed as the Sub-Zero suspect walks into a frost bank in the city's southeast side. Once inside, Investigators say that's when things turn dangerous.
And he hits the Frost Bank on Alameda Genoa Road. He goes in, right? He has a gun, points it to the face, into the faces of tellers.
The suspect was wearing a lime green ski mask, forces everyone to get on the ground.
Almost a takeover style bank robbery. And this level of violence, we're not going to tolerate it.
But the FBI says this is not the first time he robbed a bank. In fact, they believe he's tied to 2 other bank robberies, both in 2021, where he also pulled out a weapon. The first on Main Street in Houston, the second in Conroe.
The Sub-Zero subject has only robbed, in 2021 in October, again in 2021 in December, and then a pause, and now he's back at it in January of this year. That's unusual.
And why the Sub-Zero?
He struck this year in 2026 right around that cold freeze that we had in January. It just happened coincidentally that he also robbed a Frost Bank, and then looking back at 2021, all of the banks that he has robbed are Frost Banks.
That's why investigators are
That's why I'm saying that anybody walking around with a mask should be able to be pulled over by the police, period. I don't care if you call it racial discretion, whatever you want to call it, I think anyone walking around with a mask, especially one like that and not just a surgical, they need to be pulled over by the police. And that needs to be like the new rationale. So they could be like, you know what, I'm not going to be wearing that. Especially the shiesty. Let's ban the shiesties because y'all think y'all slick. Let's go.
Asking you to take a closer look, not just at the video, but at prior surveillance photos.
Very distinctive kind of face, right? His eyebrows, as well as kind of his thin build. We think that somebody knows him.
They hope that someone watching tonight can help bring him in before he strikes again.
These are innocent Houston citizens who have their lives shattered by, this violent robbery, and this individual's still out there, and that means he's a threat to our community.
For some reason, I think y'all probably think I'm crazy, but I think I can figure out who this guy is. I really do. For some reason, I really think I can figure it out. Like if I take my time and I start finding pictures and stuff like that, because he got some outstanding features. He got that sort of Robert Townsend forehead with that skinny crackhead sort of bottom face there. That's a real unique face. I'm telling you, he's gonna look just like that when they find out who he is. I can tell. I must have messed around and put a couple of images together and go talk to my chat. Hey chat, let's run this and see what type of images that we can cross-reference. I know I ain't no FBI, but I'm just thinking out loud. I know. Keep on moving forward, you guys. Let's I know. Double tap that screen and get those likes up, because we got to get on over to, that's where we going? Oh man, I'm gonna just do it the right way first, but we going over there. Let's get on over to Georgia. And this ain't a good story right here. Because if it wasn't for the neighbors and the good Samaritans in this neighborhood, Lord knows what would have happened to this child. And this is the true sentence right here where you guys can finally say it. It takes a community. Let's go. Keep on moving forward. You guys double tap that screen because we got to get on over to Atlanta where this boy's crying actually alerted a lot of people for his help outside of a Metro Atlanta apartment complex. His mother was nowhere to be found. At 2 o'clock in the morning, she wound up coming back. And guess what she got? Watch your head. Yeah, that's right. Hate for stuff like that to happen because it's not good. But when you're putting children in jeopardy that can walk out of their apartments and probably get hurt walking in parking lots and maybe get kidnapped, you come home, don't know where your child is, that's much worse right there. Let's keep on moving forward, you guys, because she needs to be brought up on these charges that they're going to hit her up with. Watch this.
Joining us on this Tuesday, I'm Karen Greer.
And I'm George Estevez, and we are getting our first look tonight at that mother. Police arrested Haley Saunders yesterday, shortly after neighbors found her young son wandering outside their house. Channel 2 Cobb County Bureau Chief Michelle Newell, live in Mableton. And Michelle, neighbors, they stayed with the boy for hours.
Now, somebody said mom was getting busy. I'm just telling you, dead wrong for that one, boy.
That's right. And George, just imagine finding a little boy right here in the middle of the night screaming. That's what neighbors told me they heard and saw right here outside his home. One neighbor actually ran down those stairs. Another neighbor ran across the street to help the boy.
Everybody don't need kids. Everybody don't deserve children.
I was literally shaking. My heart was about to pop out.
It was just before midnight.
Something was desperately wrong.
A 5-year-old boy was alone and terrified at this apartment complex in Mableton.
Help me, help me, help me, someone help me, help me. And I literally ran outside.
Those neighbors who helped the boy told me they're afraid to be identified on TV because of retaliation.
The little boy said that he just woke up and his mommy was gone.
They found the boy near the front door of his home.
I was so scared for him, and I called 911.
I have a heart. It was like out of a movie.
Another neighbor gave him some water and some chips because he was hungry too.
Neighbors told me the boy's mother showed up after 2 o'clock in the morning.
He actually didn't want me to leave. He's like, don't leave me, stay here.
Haley Saunders is charged with cruelty to children and reckless conduct.
She went to jail and they started searching her car.
And according to the warrant, police say they found marijuana and discarded food in Saunders' apartment.
Something needed to be done. The atmosphere there was not good at all.
And Saunders is being held in jail without bond. Police told me the boy's father actually came out here before she arrived to get the boy. Reporting live from Cobb County, Michelle Newell, Channel 2.
Joining us.
Somebody said she looked like Jessica from Breaking Bad. How many people agree? Look like, well, she like one of the actors from Breaking Bad, y'all. Oh man, I want to pray for that little boy that nothing happened. I want to pray for every single person in that community that came to his aid. That is what you call a community right there. Luckily, he ran into the right people, beautiful human beings and women. And you could tell by the way that their feelings were that they was going to take care of that baby. Got him water and chips and everything. And they probably going to keep on keeping on with him too if she get him back. Probably going to check on him. Hopefully that does happen. Now that's when you need a community. Want to pray for every single one of those beautiful angels, those ladies that came to his aid. And if you guys feel the same way, say amen. Let's go. Let's do what we got to do. Let's keep on moving forward. That was a good one right there. Bad started off in a bad way. Glad that his dad got him. Hopefully he gets to stay and he gets to move on with dad, because I don't know. Breaking Bad mama, she was over there hitting that Hunter, I can feel it pipe. That's what she was probably doing. Like she was hitting that F pipe with the M on the front. That M-E-T-H, yeah, pipe. That looked like that's what she was doing. Let's keep on moving forward, you guys. We got a situation over here where you got to be really careful where you eat out. I'm really serious about this, because just because it's a fast food restaurant, you got to pay attention to the way that the conditions are. I pay attention to the lettering. I pay attention to everything. But there's some things that you can't pay attention to. You got to pay attention to the food too, the smell, the texture, everything. That's the sad part about eating out. We got a situation over here where an 11-year-old girl developed kidney failure by eating tainted food at Wendy's. After the investigation, they found out that the food was so bad at this one location, it had to be shut down. You guys, check this out. I'm talking about, they said that the food had like botched. It was botched, something about botulism or whatever like that. It was crazy. Watch this.
The family of an 11-year-old girl is suing the operators of a Wendy's restaurant in Jenison, claiming she suffered kidney failure and other debilitating health conditions after eating a meal contaminated with E. coli bacteria.
E. coli.
Now, the restaurant in question denies that it failed to uphold high standards of food safety. August 2022.
She had left-sided paralysis. She was clinging to her life.
Aspen Lamfers.
She lost consciousness for a long period of time. She suffered from seizures.
Was rushed to the hospital.
Undergoing pretty much constant dialysis. She had left-sided paralysis.
Before deteriorating into a nonverbal state, she cried out, "Why am I so sick? Why? And it's so bad." This, according to a lawsuit filed last week on behalf of the girl's family.
Right, when you've got those severe abdominal cramps and the diarrhea, you sort of think, okay, well, something's not right.
They claim she got a staph infection from eating a meal tainted with E. coli from the Wendy's on Port Sheldon in Jenison 2 weeks earlier.
This Wendy's location in Jenison on Port Sheldon Road was identified as a particular source of numerous severe infections.
Aspen's condition,
Her blood sugars fluctuate so wildly that
got worse.
they're having a hard time figuring out what medications are going to be best to help her manage her blood sugars. And she's got a brain injury.
The claim goes on to say she began suffering seizures, then diagnosed with stage 3 kidney failure.
There's very little doubt as to where Aspen picked up this infection.
The Ottawa County Health Department conducted an inspection of that Wendy's in July 2022. Conditions were deemed so unsatisfactory that it led to a temporary closure. Imminent health dangers to the public must be corrected prior to reopening, the report read.
These health inspection reports from both before and after Aspen ate there at the Wendy's indicate a serious lack of the most basic food safety practices.
Fox 17 reached out to Meritage Hospitality, the operators of the Wendy's on Port Sheldon, who said in a statement, "We take the health and safety of our customers very seriously. We deny any wrongdoing or failure of our food safety practices in these cases. We cannot provide further comment in light of the open litigation."
And when you look at their lack of proper food safety practices and hygiene, it's absolutely the case that there would have been cross-contamination, and that must have been how she got sick.
According to the CDC, people from 6 different states, including Michigan, reported E. coli infections after eating at different Wendy's restaurants in summer 2022. The state of Michigan said as of August 2022, they had located 43 confirmed cases of E. coli infection.
And guess what? They distribute that meat from a main processing center, as we know. Deny wrongdoing, but can't even say hope she gets better. Look at that. Yes, trash, BS food, flesh food. Look at this. Y'all going in right now. I had to do it. Look at this. Krusty Krab better would have cooked nothing like that. Would have been better. I see what you guys are trying to say. They need to shut them all down. What else we got? Wendy's had good chili. It's even on Weight Watchers without cheese and crackers. Okay, I'm not eating that crap at all. Since Dave passed, it's gone to trash. There you go. Stop eating the crap a long time ago. I did. That's what somebody said, Ron. Okay, what else you got? Kids are lazy workers. If I even seen that lazy food, don't mix. Lazy and food don't mix. That's right. That's awful. 100% real beef? Yeah, I guess it is. That is in the food. Nobody takes pride in their work. Audrey, good morning. Telling you guys, telling you, plastic fillers, all that crap that they filling us, they're giving it to us. Audrey, I love the chili and spicy chicken sandwiches though. I'm not messing with none of it, sorry.
Infection.
This particular outbreak was traced from the lettuce supplier to these Wendy's stores in the Midwest.
Aspen's family is suing for $20 million, alleging she has now been diagnosed with diabetes.
It was traced back to the lettuce supplier, the place where they get their lettuce at. That's where they traced it back to.
Had located 43 confirmed cases of E. coli infection.
This particular outbreak was traced from the lettuce supplier to these Wendy's stores in the Midwest.
Aspen's family is suing for $20 million, alleging she has now been diagnosed with diabetes, a seizure disorder, and potentially permanent brain damage.
Past medical bills, future medical expenses, and expected loss of earning capacity over the course of her lifetime. And then, the tremendous pain, fear, emotional suffering that she has and will continue to experience for the rest of her life more than justifies the amount that we are demanding.
I want to hold that right there while we pray for Aspen. I want to pray for her family. I want to pray for everybody that was involved in this situation as far as who got sick eating the tainted meat. I want to pray that she has, yes, a miracle. I would love for Lord to hear our voices right now because she deserves a miracle and she needs one. It's the only way, Lord, and I'll tell you right now, you're the only way, the truth, and the light that can actually provide that light for her right now. So, Lord, we're asking for one. We don't even need to hear about it or know when it happens, but we pray for a miracle for this beautiful soul right here, and we ask that now in your name. Amen. Let's keep on moving forward, you guys. Let's go. I wanted to do it while it was on her picture, too.
In the suit.
A majority of the people who reported E. coli infections after eating at a Wendy's restaurant said they ate something with romaine lettuce on it. The 11-year-old girl in question in this lawsuit says she did not eat any lettuce the day she visited.
That's why I said a miracle, because I know about the kidneys. I know about that renal. I know about that, man. That renal is no joke. That renal failure, the kidneys, especially that, because that's what processes and cleans everything out. You could imagine what the kidney was trying to do to clean that out, to try to process that. And that's why she went through all of those situations. Body wasn't used to that. That was a foreign object going through her body like that. And that's why she broke her down so badly like that. Terrible situation. Give her all that money, because you know what? Just like the people in the comments said, no amount of money at all, no amount of money at all is going to equate to what she's going to have to go through. Yeah, the lettuce didn't sound right. Let's keep on moving forward. Let's go, Casey. See you dropping them today. Let's get on over to this mother. No, we're going to do this right here. Yeah, we got to do this one right here. Thank you so much, Iggy Maniac, $20 super chat. I appreciate you. And I think I saw somebody that came back. Who was that's back right now that I seen that popped out of nowhere over there? Was that that was somebody that came back in that we ain't seen in a long time. I'm sorry I didn't get to say your name, but I see you back up in here. Do want to give some shout outs to Audrey. I want to give some shout outs to Casey. Sky, that's who is back. What's up, Sky? How you doing, girl? How everything going with you and your family? I've been missing you. I hope everything's going good with you. And yes, you know how we stop sometimes and just pray because we miss our friends. So I want to give a big shout out to Sky, her family, and everybody around her, her entire unit. Hope your family's doing good. I hope the kids are doing good. I hope you're doing great. We love you, Sky. We hope you stay. Hope you stay back. Hope you keep on coming back. Let's get on over to this situation over here where this man that's believed they had lost people. Oh my God, do I got to do this? Oh man, yeah, let me do it. I'm gonna just do it and get it over. I try not to keep on a lot of this negative stuff going on with us, but I gotta do it. Baltimore mother speaks out after her daughter lost her life in Texas. Hate to do these stories, and I try to protect us from it so much. Don't want it to be so much negativity. Gotta do it. Let's get on over to Baltimore, you guys, and show you guys what's going on. I try to protect us sometimes, but sometimes I gotta get these stories out because of the nature of what happens along with them.
We're at 5:30. A Baltimore mother says her daughter was on a trip with her boyfriend to celebrate her birthday when the couple was gunned down in Houston, Texas, right near the airport there.
Caroline Forback tells us about the moment Sarita Chase knew something was terribly wrong in her fight to get justice for her daughter, India.
She was a spoiled, cute little curly haired girl with big old eyes. She had a sassy personality.
Sarita Chase says her daughter, India Thomas, was like her best friend.
You know how girls go out with their girlfriends? That was what I hung out with my daughter.
Last month, Thomas had planned to go to Houston with her boyfriend, 25-year-old Darrell Hall, and then fly to Miami to celebrate her 27th birthday. But Chase says she had a bad feeling about the trip.
My intuition told me that my daughter should not be hanging out in Texas. Her boyfriend frequent Texas. And for some reason, I just told my daughter not to go with him.
Chase says she was in contact with her daughter all day on Friday, February 27th, but stopped hearing from her around 11 p.m.
I just knew in my heart that something was wrong.
Houston police say Thomas and Hall's bodies were found on Radio Road the next day. Hall was in the middle of the roadway and Thomas was in a nearby ditch, both with multiple gunshot wounds. Thomas left behind her two sons, the youngest she shared with Hall. Houston police have not announced any suspects at this time, but Chase believes her daughter and Hall were set up by someone they knew.
The people who did it, you know, they have to be evil.
Chase is heartbroken, but she says she has faith that her daughter's killer will be brought to justice.
My daughter's going to be the reason why you don't ever get a chance to do this to another person.
On your corner in Baltimore, Caroline Forback for WJZ.
Beautiful young woman lost her life to some nonsense. Don't know what's going on with it, you guys, but yes, you know it. We're going to follow up. It's another one that we're going to add to the list that I did not want to have to add to the list. Let's go and pray for her mother, her family. Also, the boyfriend's family didn't even know he lost his life in this event until they said that. Got to pray for him as well because that was one of the child's fathers, one of the kids' fathers. Looked like they were a pretty happy couple right there too. Tragedy, so sad, you guys. And the way that they were found in a ditch like that and down like that, it just adds more pain to the understanding of how safe you got to be when you go places. I want to pray for them as well as the family and the members, that everybody involved in this situation, and hopefully we get to the bottom line and find out who actually did this terrible thing to these people. Amen. Got to keep on moving forward, you guys, because this is what I really want to get into right here. Because we got to be very careful. Because sometimes when you help people, you can be hurt too. I.e., crossing guards. First time we saw one video, we see a guy actually get out the car and boom, hit a crossing guards. This is a little different right here. We got a situation where a driver is accused of manslaughter because of a crossing guard lost her life. Once you guys, as a matter of fact, an older man lost his life. He's a crossing guard. So many people are gonna miss him. They already miss him out there. And that's one thing I wanna say. When you're a crossing guard, even a police officer directing traffic, it's not an easy job to have. It's a really hard job because you never know what could happen with the vehicles while you're out there playing Ring-a-Lario, while you're playing in the traffic. So let's keep on moving forward. A sad situation right here about this crossing guard, and the driver is actually going to be accused of manslaughter. Let's go.
Is facing upgraded charges in a deadly crash last month that killed a beloved crossing guard in Nassau County. Prosecutors say he was driving under the influence of drugs. That suspect appeared in court today for an arraignment. Long Island reporter Stacey Sager live in Merrick with more. Stacey?
Well, Sandra, it happened here in Merrick Avenue, a very busy neighborhood right near the LIRR station. But even in this busy area, people have stopped, they've paused to remember this crossing guard, John Miro. You can see his picture behind me over there. He died of his injuries earlier this month, and now a grand jury has significantly upgraded the charges against the driver.
In court today, 30-year-old Joshua Alvarado pleading not guilty to new charges, including manslaughter and vehicular manslaughter, as well as 3 counts of driving with his ability impaired. It's after prosecutors say Alvarado struck and killed a well-liked crossing guard here in Merrick, 70-year-old John Miro. It was back in February, Alvarado responding this way at the time.
It was a mistake.
His defense attorney also calling it an accident, but today, not a word as he left court.
Can you say anything at all about your client, what you want people to know?
He lost his life trying to clear snow so that kids would be able to have a good path going across the street. So he was clearing the snow and he hit him.
This crash was not an accident. It was inevitable.
Prosecutors say a blood test now shows Alvarado had at least 3 depressants in his system, including an illegal and highly potent form of Xanax, when he fell asleep behind the wheel of his company's white pickup truck here on Sunrise Highway and Merrick Avenue as he was heading to work. They say another driver honked, and Alvarado then accelerated through this traffic light, striking Miro right after he was clearing snow here to help children cross the street. The Nassau DA hoping this case somehow sends a strong message about the growing problem of drugs and driving.
You can't drive a car when you're taking drugs that impair your response time, your vision, your awareness of what's going on around you.
Miro's family, meanwhile, also at court today, too upset to speak about this case, as those who live, work, and cross the streets here in Merrick near the train station haven't forgotten the man who tried to protect them.
He was clearing the snow in an area, like, you know what I'm saying, like just clearing the snow, like the sidewalk had snow on it. This fool jumped the sidewalk. Y'all ain't see that in the news? Jumped the sidewalk, hit him, took him out, loss of life. And it's so sad because even in the comments, all you see is people saying stuff like this: R.I.P. John, we appreciate you, we miss you. You know, we'll always miss you.
From drivers on the road, but died in the process.
Basically, you leave your house, you don't know when you're going to come back home.
It is very dangerous. I was up here before a few days ago, and there was another crossing guard there of a lady, and we stood there and talked for quite a while, and I just told her, be careful.
Be careful indeed. And we're back out here live now where you see all these messages of love for this crossing guard who is greatly appreciated in this busy neighborhood. We see it right now at rush hour. The district attorney is also hoping for stiffer penalties against drivers who are on drugs like marijuana that are now legal and then involved in crashes of this nature.
There's people in the comments that's really giving it up too. And I know a lot of people because he's a crossing guard. There's people that actually know him. MF killed that poor man. You ingest alcohol or drugs and the operator motor vehicle, it's first degree murder. We must start treating DUI like DWI for the severe crime it really is. John Miro was a wonderful man. I crossed Sunrise Highway today and missed him. God bless his soul. Yeah, I wanted to say that because when I saw those comments, I thought that those was real people that knew him and people that really actually taking on what's going on over here. Terrible situation right there, you guys. I don't know. We got to get better with what's going on out here. Sad situation. I want to pray for him. I want to pray for his family. I want to pray for crossing guards all over the United States, all over the world, because the job that they have is not easy. And guess what? The kids get to know them. The kids love them. They have a one-on-one relationship with making sure our kids and our family get to work every day. Elderly people, I've seen them help many people get across the streets. It's not just that's not just a job where they just directing traffic, you guys. It's a pretty big position and it's very important. And it's dangerous too, especially when you're dealing with people on drugs and people that are driving under the influence. I want to pray for John as well as his family and that you keep his soul in your heart, Lord. Amen. Let's keep on moving forward. That's enough for me. Let's go. We're going to get on to some cool stuff now. I think we got the Russell Crowe. We got the Russell Crowe? Because I don't know what you guys think. You guys think that they should bring back Tango and Cash? You guys think so? Right about now, we need any comedy, any fun, any action that we can get. And right about now, let me put it like this. If I can get any actors from back in the 70s, 80s, or 90s to do a movie, I'm going to see it. Because all this crap that they making now, I ain't looking none of it. I ain't see. You could ask me about any movie for the last 5 years, and I'm gonna guarantee you what I'm gonna say is, I ain't see it. I'm not interested. And if it had anything to do with Tyler or Perry, with the broken wristed click, that can't get their click, I'm not, no, ain't no way in the world. Or unless I'm in it, like the greatest beer run ever with Zac Efron. I'm in that movie. That's probably something that I'm gonna go see. Or if you guys want to see me in another movie or another television series where I'm showing off my skateboarding skills, go check me out in a show called Betty, HBO. Got a couple more. Let's keep on moving forward. Or you want to go check out Jasmine Sullivan, 21 Savage, and Rick Ross. See your boy up in there doing the burnout on my motorcycle. Yeah, I get around. Step up, step up. Yeah, but we got to go ahead and get on over to this one right here. And let me make sure I break into this the right way. I don't want to do this like President Trump does. I don't want to do this like President Trump. So I'm going to make sure I do this the right way when I go to my transitions. Remember this lady right here, the one that jumped out the window the other day? You know we do follow-ups on everything. The one that jumped out the window the other day and got away from the police, and she was like, she got out the window, y'all, but guess what? They got her and put some new handcuffs on her. And now guess what? She got in trouble for breaking the handcuffs. You know there's an extra charge in certain places? That's right, you guys, let's go. We got this woman that's been charged after she's been going viral for escaping the Muskegon Heights police car in handcuffs.
Kendra Aney, the Muskegon woman whose video went viral for climbing out of the backseat of a Muskegon Heights police car in handcuffs. Prosecutors say she was still wearing broken handcuffs when she was arrested. The Muskegon County prosecutor said that's one of the felonies that she's charged with tonight, which carries a 4-year prison sentence. 13 on Your Side's Micah Cho's been following the story. He joins us now with more on Aney's arraignment.
The judge did not hold back, Juliet, on condemning Aney's behavior, saying her actions on Saturday and her actions as a fourth-time habitual offender are what led to her high cash or surety bond.
This is not amusing to the court in any way.
Somebody says she's very talented.
It's sad.
Judge Raymond Kostreva had stern words for Kendra Aney as she sat in district court Wednesday with a new set of handcuffs on. She's currently facing 3 felonies, including escape for climbing out the back of a Muskegon Heights police car Saturday afternoon, breaking and entering for allegedly breaking into a home a few blocks away, and destruction of police property after allegedly destroying the handcuffs she was wearing at the time of her arrest.
They got her for destruction of police property, y'all. They got her for breaking the cuffs.
Time of her arrest yesterday, she was still wearing the bracelet portion of the handcuffs. The chain had been broken, which is the basis that we have used to charge her with malicious destruction of police property.
Matt Roberts is the chief trial attorney for Muskegon County. During court, Roberts asked the judge to deny Amy a personal recognizance bond, saying while they understand she has a substance abuse problem and could participate in an inpatient drug treatment.
Man, she could have broke her neck trying to get out there. She could have fell down and broke her whole noggin right there. But she was on a mission to do what? Gotta get some more crack. When you on that mission and you just like, I can't be staying here. I need to get high. Oh my God, what's going on? Wait a minute, the window's open. Y'all remember Tyrone Biggums when they locked him in that bathroom with no windows? When they was trying to do they was trying to do an intervention with Tyrone Biggums on Chappelle's show when he went into the bathroom. Oh my God, there's no windows in here. I can't get out. He said, you know what? Well, don't fail me now. Got inside the toilet bowl and went around and got popped up out of there. And come on now, you know a crackhead gonna find a way to get out. One day he ran through the wall. All you seen was his impression. Let's keep on moving forward, y'all. You know a crackhead gonna find a way.
Program. They weren't sure she'd come back to court.
Our position was simply that Ms. Aney, by her actions here, had forfeited any reasonable bond under the circumstances here because she's demonstrated and has a history of not appearing. And it goes beyond just what we saw on Saturday. As the court alluded to it, she gave a false name. She had a warrant already for being a parole absconder, indicating she wasn't compliant with parole orders.
Robert Williams, who runs the Block Paper Weekly, was also in the courtroom. He's the one that took the viral video of Aney climbing out of the back of the police car.
That really shocked me. That kind of shocked me. I was in shock. So I couldn't believe I was recording it and I was live and people can't even say it they are. So yeah, I was just kind of shocked. I
bet you she ain't too happy about it. She calling you a snitch. Like, yo, how you gonna put me on video, man? I was good until your video came out and went viral. I would have been all right. Yeah, y'all. She went viral and she got rearrested. Do your boy a favor, double tap that screen and get those likes up. Because like I asked you earlier, do you think that there should be another rendition of Tango and Cash? I ain't forget. Do you think that they should bring it back? Well, they asking Russell. Because I think Sly is with it. Sly is probably saying he's ready to go. And you know what? Russell look like if he get in the gym for maybe a couple of weeks, he'd probably be able to pull it off. Let's go, y'all. Let's see what Russell Crowe got to say about this situation. I'm sorry. Russell, I forgot his last name. Kurt Russell. I'm sorry about that. Kurt Russell. Tango and Cash. I think they should do it. They got both the originals. Iggy, you right.
Pretty good. Sylvester Stallone says he wants to remake Tango and Cash with you. What do you think about that? I don't know. You don't know?
He ain't say no.
Time ago. We had a lot of fun, that was for sure. Yeah, it was good, man.
And he said they had a lot of fun. That was for sure. Wait a minute. Do we maybe having a little agreements going on here?
You don't know? Time ago. We had a lot of fun, that was for sure. Yeah, it was good, man. You guys should do it. The remakes are really big right now. Yeah, they're doing them. Yeah, well, if you do it, man, definitely go check it out. Good seeing you, man. Take care.
He did one of my favorite movies. I think he did Big Trouble in Little China. Oh, that was one of my favorite movies, y'all. Big Trouble in Little China. That was one of my favorite movies, you guys. Favorite movies right there, you guys. I like Kirk. That's right. Bless Kirk. Hopefully, he looks good too. He looked like Santa. He did Santa Claus too. That's right. That's right, you guys. Yeah, and The Thing. Remember Big Trouble in Little China? That was the joint. Yeah, Big Trouble in Little China. That was my joint. Escape from New York as well. That's right. That was my joint right there. You know what, you guys? It's time to do it. I was holding back. I've been trying to tell you guys about this the entire month. Let me ask you guys a question. What's the best thing that you should do? Pork Chop Express, baby. There you go. Y'all know what I'm talking about, why I asked the question. I think a lot of people would go watch Tango and Cash. Look at Overboard. Ooh, that was a good one too. I think you guys would go see another rendition of Tango and Cash if it was Kirk and if it was Sly. Y'all would go for that. They was looking pretty slick in that movie too, right? I like that. See, look at that. Y'all will watch it. Y'all will watch it. Let's keep on. Jungle Book. Okay, Jungle Boy. Let's keep on moving forward, you guys. Let me ask you a question. If you're gonna drink from the faucet, what's the best thing to do with the water? If you're gonna drink from the faucet, what's the best thing to do with the water? That's all I'm asking. One question. And it's not a setup. Look at somebody said Lloyd Bank Teller. Lloyd Bank Teller, I like that. What's the best thing you do, you guys? If you're gonna drink, if you have to drink nothing but tap water, what's the best thing to do it? Someone says let's filter it. Another one says boil it. We got a lot of boilers. Filter or let it sit. We got a filterer. We also got, let me know. We're gonna filter it. Put salt in it. Boil and filter, says Liberty and Justice. Put Kool-Aid in it. Faye says boil it. Okay. We got Miss Sally Ann says boil it. Britta filter. It looks like both of you guys are caught up on one or either one or the other. Okay. Filter, but what if you can't? Iodine, just don't. I keep a countertop per. Okay. This birthday is the same day as use Gotti. Thank you so much on St. Patrick's Day. Let's hear. Okay, let it sit in the sun for a day also. Now we're going to go here. Last one I'm going to do is say, someone said add lemon, and thank you for the compliment. Put vinegar in it. I got that one last in there too. So we got add lemon, vinegar, boil it. But I'm going to tell you guys the top two. The top two were filter and boil it. The top two things that you guys just said were filter and boil. Because a lot of people say, they say the best thing to do with the water is to boil out the chemicals that are in it. And then there's a lot of other smart people that say you go ahead and use a filter to filter out whatever's inside of it. Now, I've been telling you guys that I used to be a superintendent and I worked in buildings and basements and I worked with boilers. And ever since I worked with boilers, it let me know that I can't drink that water. Because when the man comes around to treat the boiler, what do you mean treat the boiler, Boogotti? That's right. They have to put certain things inside of the water so that it doesn't mess up the boiler itself, so it doesn't make the boiler walls rusted, so that it coats the walls of the boiler. So if this said additive is in the water in order to put it as a coating around the metal, what do you think it's doing in your body? My focus today is only about water. It's about municipal water. It's about the water that we're drinking. It's about tap water. And it's not necessarily always about drinking it. And no, it has nothing to do with bottled water at all. We're going to get into it today because it's something that I personally know for a fact that is very serious and we need to pay attention to. And I'm really glad to be able to bring it here, and I'm so glad that we started this health and wellness section. Because the situation that we're going to get into right now is we're going to talk about forever chemicals. Forever chemicals cannot be filtered out of water because they're forever chemicals. And when you boil water, yes, you can get rid of bacteria and certain things. Like when they tell you from the news, you guys gotta boil the water. That could be because they had a ruptured pipe somewhere. Could have came into cross-contamination with some dirt or something somewhere, or maybe even sewage. So that's when the community and the municipalities, they say, boil the water. But there are certain things called forever chemicals, like those things that I'm telling you that they put in the boiler to keep the boiler straight. You cannot get that out. And Lord knows what it's doing to our bodies. The more buildup we get, the worse it gets. I want you guys to focus on where we're going right now because we try to do our best with what we do. Even cooking with it is not good. You cannot boil the chemicals out of tap water and then think that you can cook with it. Forever chemicals are still in it. Let's go there. Let's get it. I'm real serious about this topic right here. I hope that we are on razor sharp on point with this because when it comes down to this, really serious about what we're talking about. Does boiling water really make it safe to drink? This is Drew, the water guru. Automatically subscribed. Put it like that. I automatically subscribe. Drew, D-R-E-W, the water guru. And I'm going to tell you like this. Boiling water, it's worse Because what it does is the bad things that are in the water, it makes them even worse. So we may be hurting ourselves even worse. Please, you guys, I need you guys to pay attention to this situation right here with our water. This is something that we need to get into. We're going there, you guys. Let's go.
Does boiling water really make water more safe? Does it kill bacteria? Does it take out the toxins? What does it do? You hear that all the time. Hey, the city says you need to boil your water. Why? And it's like, it's a boiler alert. Why? Well, what are we trying to do? We're trying to kill bacteria, viruses, and kill even parasites that could get in the water supply. Most people think that boiling the water is going to make you safe, but in reality, it almost does nothing at all, and it actually could cause problems. Today, I'm going to break down what does boiling water actually do and the contaminants it can't touch, or what it can do too, so you're not relying on the wrong information for you and your family's safety. Now, if you boil the wrong type of water, you actually can make the water worse than what you started with. That's why it's so important just to understand the basics of what boiling water will and will not do.
Now, that's a good way to test it is to get some water out the tap, get a testing strip, see where your water level is at, then boil it and test that same water, see where the levels go. And you guys, this is information that you can take or you don't have to. I like the information. I think it's going to be very helpful to us and good for our health. Let's get into it. Let's go.
For you and your family and your health. Now let's get into why we would want to do it. Cities say you need to boil the water. You'll have a boil order alert. What is that for? Pretty simple. They have broken a main or they didn't treat the water correctly with chlorine, so they send an alert out. Pro tip, you want to just go to Google and say, notify me when there's a boil order for whatever blank community, whatever community you live in. I think that would make a lot of sense for you, because that's how you find out if you really need it. Otherwise, you're waiting for your friends to tell you, or you hopefully get an email from the community if they have your email, and you read that one, right? So there's a lot of misconceptions that happen. We get questions all the time from our clients. They call us, they're like, oh my God, I got this, but it was a week old. What happens? It's like, okay, the whole purpose of it was because bacteria could have got in your water supply. Bacteria, like parasites, bacterias, viruses, they can make you really, really sick. So if you didn't get sick, you're doing okay. Who's most susceptible to this? It's the elderly and infants. They're most susceptible. That's why chlorine was originally added to the water, because infants and elderly died. Thousands of people died reportedly from Chicago not treating their water correctly in the late 1800s. Now, ever since this invention, which is early 1900s, it's actually changed water for people all over the world, and it's been a wonderful invention. However, if it's not treated right, if you don't add enough chlorine, then you have a situation where you might have to boil the water. Now, pro tip, we actually have another video, you might want to check it out, is about what does get in your drinking water and why you want to get it out, including chlorine. But this video is, again, more geared to understanding boil order alerts. By the way, if you have friends or family that could benefit from understanding about drinking their tap water or understanding why to boil or not boil their water, please share this video with them, because a great educated person is a great healthy person. And that's what our goal at Angel Water really is. It's about making people more healthy. And if you get a boil order, you really want to understand what it's doing. So the very first thing it does is kill those pathogens, the viruses, and the bacteria. That's basically all it does. It doesn't do anything else. So many people think that when it does that, it's also making the water more clean. No, it's just killing those things that are live organisms in the water. That's all it did. It didn't take out hexavalent chromium-6. It didn't take out forever chemicals. It didn't take out things like arsenic, trihalomethylenes, radium-228, radium-226, barium. These are from some common contaminants that you can find in city water all over the country. I mean, it doesn't get rid of the the chloramine or the chlorine in the water. It doesn't even boil it out.
You ever go in the bathroom and turn the water on and it smell like the pool? I'm not even gonna lie, I live in an apartment building, and yes, I go in the bathroom sometime and I turn the water on and it smells like the damn pool. So you know I ain't drinking that water, because that tells me they probably got too much damn chlorine in the water. Why does it smell like the pool?
So it's not getting rid of things that consuming them over a long period of time can or may cause cancer. So
what's the word that we've been trying to get away from? That C word, the cancer word, right? And what we don't want to do over here is at our bottom line is take a little bit of cancerous stuff from the cereal. Take a little bit of cancerous stuff from the vegetables. Take a little bit of cancerous stuff from the meat. Because you do know what's happening now, right? We're getting all that bad stuff in us, and then next thing you know, we're the product of what we eat. So that's why I'm paying attention to many different areas and different categories of our intake and what we're doing over here. Because once we start cutting back on that stuff, we're going to be healthier as people. Tomorrow we're going to be talking about metal and what aluminum does. It replaces the good irons in your body. Whoa, you have no idea. We got to get into this stuff. Let's go.
in fact, if you actually boil the water and you have arsenic or you have nitrates in the water, it can actually make it worse. You're boiling and making more of them come up. It's crazy. Yeah, and nitrates, what is that? Nitrates is the byproduct of fertilizers, of animal waste, of human waste. These are things that can get in our water supply, and then you're making them worse. And they're extremely dangerous for infants. It can cause blue baby syndrome. So it's important to understand that as you are trying to protect yourself and your family. So again, if you have a boil order, please share this with your friends and family, because I think they will benefit, especially all your neighbors in your community, so they can understand what it will and what it won't do. But it's very dangerous for infants to drink this water if, in fact, you had nitrates in the water. Arsenic, that's a naturally occurring occurring element in the Earth's crust. That too can get worse. So very toxic for the human body as well, and you literally make it worse by boiling your water.
So what I would tell you guys to do, if you do use your tap water to cook with, at least go get a test kit, a water strip testing kit, so that you can know what's in your water, what levels are in your water. And then you know what you can do? Don't even Google it, don't even do nothing. I done told you guys to go download Grom or download ChatGPT, right? Talk to your phone and say, hey, what does this do? What do levels of this do? And let chat work for you and bring you back some information so that you can sit back and learn some stuff. That's right, get Grom or Grok, one of them, that's what they call it. That's what I do. Hey, what's up with this magnesium? What can it do with too much levels, right? And then let them talk back to you, let you know the information. That's right. We gotta use our smartphones, because you can't just have a smartphone and be not smart, right? Let's get the information. Chat GPT, exactly. Let's go to a natural spring. Or yes, you can go to Home Depot to get the testing strips. That's right. You got to use AI. You don't want to, but you should, because it helps. Trust me, you don't want to be behind the eight ball. That's like saying, I don't want to learn computers. That's them things you press the buttons on. Come on, let's be serious about it.
Again, the only thing boiling the water does is kill parasites, which, by the way, man, that's a big one for me. I want nothing to do with parasites. I've learned a lot about it being in food, and I don't want to do it. Lots of great information out there on the internet about that. And it kills viruses and it kills bacteria. Again, the reason being is a water main break happens. They got to dig it all out, get at it. They get their hands and their dirty tools on it. Might actually get cross-contaminated with a sewage water line or who knows what. Maybe something got into that pipe. So that's why they say you must boil your water. I hope what this does is help educate you and your family about boil orders. I hope that it helps you become more educated about quality of water and how important it is to your human health. If you'd like to learn more about water and how it affects your human health, check out our other videos. You can check out below. We'll send a link or have a link on YouTube so you can check them out. So important, because your body is made of water. It's 70% water. Your brain is 90% water. So clearly, whatever you consume becomes you. And our passion is to make you as healthy so you can live as long and wonderful life as you possibly can. I'm a real fan about extending everyone's life into a longer and longer and longer period of time, because if we can all have more fun that way, live a better, more full life, especially when it comes to kids. Kids are most susceptible to water, so the water and what's in it, and because there's a fraction of our size, they can drastically be affected by water. I've seen it over and over again. So I hope this video helps you a great deal. If you have any questions, reach out to us at angelwater.com, or B, you can comment below. You can call us at 847-382-7800.
All right, hold on. We're going to show some love on this. Let's go. Angelwater.com. Angelwater.com. This is Drew, the water guru. From now, you know how we get down. We're going to follow Eric, Dr. Eric. We follow him. We're going to start following Drew so that we can constantly get good information and share. I'm sharing over here. Can you guys go to the Discord and share one thing like this? We got 26 people. Y'all think that's not a lot, right? It'll be 26 brand new things over there that 26 people can learn from each other. 26 people, you'll learn 25 things. How about that? You need to start using the Discord. Start putting some comments up. I'm sharing this. What y'all sharing? Let's go. Let's go.
And we'll do our best to respond to any questions you have about anything to do with water. As you know, my name is Drew, and I'm here to serve you.
That's right, buddy. I appreciate you. And good people find good people. Thank you, Drew. Does boiling water really make it safe to drink? What do you guys think after seeing this video? Does boiling water make it safe to drink? Drew, the water guru. Drew, the water guru. There we go. You guys got to get over there and go ahead and subscribe to his channel. That's how we do it over here. We share information. That's how we do it. Let's keep on moving forward. You guys double tap that screen. Did you like that video? Was that cool for the health and wellness section? Did that make you guys approval? I really want to know. I want to know if the direction that we're going in, if it's working, if it's something that you guys got something from. Let me know. I'm looking at the comments right now. I appreciate you guys for your updates, because I'll keep on sharing information like that, and we keep on getting better and making each other better. Somebody says yes. 8 likes. Flavor. No, not when the super action is when it's super activating and the chemicals in it. Yes, fire. 70 was about the acid rain. That's right. Hey, boo. There you go, Ad Range. What's going on, Ad Range? Can you do your boy a favor? Let's get those numbers up. Make sure that we over 500 today. We got to make sure that we over 500 today, even if I got to con you guys. Okay, it's con time. 6 and 6. If we get over 500 today, there's going to be 6 of these going out, and there's going to be 6 of these going out. That's right. All you got to do is send me an email. Send me an email with your address, and y'all know I'm going to send them out. 6 and 6. We get over 500, like I don't even know where we at right now. But if we get over 500, I'm sending out 6 keychains, and I'm sending out 6 decals. This is the last of the load right here. So these are the collectors right here. It's the last that I got. Everything from now on is going to be all off the website. So once we run out over here, it's all off the website. Double tap that screen, get those likes up. We deserve 500. I know we do. Keep on moving forward, you guys, because we got to go on over here to do some fantastic things with what? Our animals, because we just like doing it. But before we go there, I think I want to do it like this. I want to do it like this real quick. Do me a favor, double tap the screen, get those likes up, because ain't nothing over yet. But I want you guys to see what love can do sometimes, because a lot of people, they don't understand the power of love. But let's get into some smartness and using our brains, because sometimes there's things around us where we can make a ton of money off of, and it's just something that we don't think about. I'm talking about starting a business with like water. Since we're on the topic, yeah, let's say ice. There's a company in New York that's making up to $2.7 million a year. $2.7 million a year selling ice. And this is not just regular ice. This is like custom ice. Check this out. And I'm not talking about this kind of ice bling bling. I'm talking about water ice. $2.7 million a year. Now, if you got an idea and you guys want to go somewhere with it, don't ever let nobody stop your idea, because it could be the idea to make you retire. Check this out.
I went from tending bar to owning and operating a multi-million-dollar cocktail ice business. I recognized early on that it was perhaps the most important and overlooked ingredient in the modern cocktail. My name is Richard Boogotti. I am the founder of 100-Weight Ice in Queens, New York City. Our revenue...
This fool make custom ice cubes. $2.7 million a year.
In 2024 was $2.5 million. We are set on course to significantly surpass that number in 2025. You make a lot more money hustling frozen water than you do selling fancy cocktails. I'll tell you that. So I was working as a bartender at 2 bars in New York City. The owner asked me if I wanted to go into business with him, and that's what led us to open Dutch Kills in 2009. When the day came, we opened the chest freezer, and what was revealed to us was a rusty brown block of cloudy ice. So we decided to source crystal clear blocks of ice that we got from a local ice sculptor. People were excited about the opulence and beauty and clarity. At times, people were unable to determine that there was actually ice in their glass. So we bought a machine and began freezing our own crystal clear blocks. In the early days, it was chainsaws and clothing irons because that's how we could crease the cubes perfectly. If I had walked into that room, I would say these people have no chance of survival, but their cocktails are really good. Just about every night during service, somebody would ask me if we would consider selling this ice to them, but we knew that we did not have the infrastructure, and yet we decided to do it anyway. We start roughly between 5 and 6 in the morning. You have to stand in the cold for the majority of your day, and you're not only expected to engage in heavy lifting and heavy machine operation, but you also have to be cognizant and aware of everything that's happening all around you. So this is the main shop floor where we have all of our block makers that produce our raw product, which is our 300-pound blocks of crystal clear ice. On average, you're looking at between $5,000 and $7,000 per machine. So this is the first step of the process, filling up the machine with New York City's finest tap water. And then we filter significantly. Everybody knows we make the best bagels and the best ice in New York City because of the water. So the pumps circulate, which prevents oxygen bubbles or any impurities that form within the block, which lends the final product a crystal clear aspect. Trademark using a bandsaw to cut an ice cube. It's just not possible, and that's good because that would be very un-American. At a certain point, it dawned on us that we're not bartenders anymore, we're icemen now. And that's a difficult transition to accept, but also was very empowering because that meant that we had succeeded. A city of 8.2 million people that I've always called home, this is more than enough. Josh, I'm in the middle of this video shoot and I'm about to use this beautiful chisel that you made me to cut some ice for Business Insider.
Dude, enjoy. I've been wanting to make you that for ever.
It is.
That guy right there, you guys, look at that. That's what they call making lemons out of lemonade. You ever hear somebody say that? Making lemons out of lemonade? Perfect example. If you guys appreciate the show today and you like what you saw, you got a good roundabout idea of what we do over here, do your boy a favor. Subscribe to the channel. Become a member. It's $2.99. I know that's a lot. I know it's a lot of money to ask for, but we need it. We can use it for our new premium account. You see that we got premium now, and it really would help out for the Verizon bill too. I'm not even playing games no more. It is what it is. We ain't turning down nothing but our collar. Let's keep on moving forward, you guys. We got this adopted dog. This guy adopted this dog to heal himself. It looks like it's something more came out of it, more life-changing. You guys, let me show you something about the power of love. Check this out. Again, the power of love. L-O-V-E right here, you guys. Check this out.
That was a good one.
I never would have imagined that I would have a German Shepherd with the same character as mine in my life. This is the incredible story of how my life intersected with Biggie's and how my life changed because of him. I was going through a time when I was trying to cope with the pain of losing my dog. In moments like that, I would just hop in the car and drive, following the road wherever it led. I was trying to clear my mind. A sign caught my eye: German Shepherd puppies. I had no intention of adopting a new dog. I just wanted to take a look. When I first saw Biggie, he immediately stood out among his siblings. He was the smallest of them all, and he had a hernia. The owners said no one would want to take a puppy like him. But I absolutely loved the way his ears stood awkwardly. It was so funny how they flopped from side to side when he ran. He was so sweet and innocent that I felt my heart warm instantly. I thought to myself, if no one wants him, I'll be everything he needs. Without a second thought, I brought Biggie home. From the very first day, a truly special bond formed between us. I had never felt such a deep connection with any other dog before. Biggie was full of energy, curiosity, and life, just like a little kid. As he grew, he started joining me on my walks. I realized he loved exploring new places just as much as I did. It became clear that, like me, he had a passion for nature, action, and being full of life. I took him to the mountains, and we even went snowboarding together. I had never seen him so happy. As I glided down the slope, Biggie ran after me like the wind, leaping through the snow as if laughing with pure joy. It felt like he had been living among the mountains his whole life. Biggie felt like a dog version of myself, as if he had been born to be my best friend.
Why can't they live forever or live longer? Why can't they live longer?
One summer, we went to the Alpine Lakes together. To my surprise, he turned out to be an incredible swimmer. He absolutely loves splashing around and playing in the water. He's the reason I get out of bed each morning and face the world with a smile. The bond between us has grown into something truly indescribable. But just a few weeks ago, I almost lost him. Biggie got sick and had to spend 3 nights in the emergency room. Trying to sleep, knowing he wasn't home, was unbearable. I would stare at the empty bed, thinking, he's still at the hospital. It was one of the hardest times of my life, but he fought through it, and he won. Now he's almost fully recovered, and every time I look at him, I can't help but smile. We're back to running together, swimming together, and simply enjoying life side by side. Sometimes I just sit and listen to his playful howls. If you enjoyed Biggie's story, don't forget to like the video and subscribe to the channel.
That's right, my channel. Over here, Our Bottom Line too. And give Biggie some love for being a cute and adorable doggy that we all love. You know we love the animals over here. We love the dogs, we love the cats, we love the birds, we love the squirrels, we love the whales. We love all of them. Remember that song? Save the whales! Save those big black funky whales. Y'all know what I'm talking about. Cheech and Chong, nice dreams. Y'all know what I'm talking about. We like to have fun over here every single day. We turn up. We make sure that we send you guys out here with a great spirit, open hearts, and good times. We want you guys to enjoy your life. We want to have a longevity. We want to have a good time for the rest of ours, the rest of the days that we're here. And we also like to share our platform over here, Our Bottom Line, growing to be the #1 show on YouTube. Actually, we already are. Just got to be honest. #1 host, if I do say so myself, and the #1 co-host and the #1 family members, you guys. Thank you so much, and guess what? It ain't over. Because what I got to tell you guys right now is because we share the platform, if you were trying to promote your business, all you got to do is send over your promo, but it has to be in a 1080 by 1080 size frame, 1080 by 1080 pixels in order to fit in the YouTube post notification area, where if you go now, you might see your own picture up there. Thank you so much, Jordan Dowdy. Loving the shorts, boss. Get them! That's how we do it. Peace. Y'all know what's up. Thank you so much, Jordan, for showing love all the time and for showing up. And y'all, I hope y'all know, Jordan won the battle because Jordan is still here. Sometimes Jordan, he won the battle and then he won the war because he's still here. You know how it is when somebody say, we're going to get into a battle? Yeah, you might win a little battle, but when you're still around after the war, that means you're really the champion. Jordan, we love you, my brother, and we thank you so much for always showing love. We really love you. Thank you so much. Yes, you guys, that's what we're about to do. We need you guys to show your promos over here. Send them to me at bridgethisllc@gmail.com. Have to be 1080 by 1080. Again, bridge, like the Brooklyn Bridge, BRIDGE, this, THIS, LLC@gmail.com. It's my direct email address right there. All you got to do is send your boy your email. I will put your promo up in the post notification area. You got any show ideas? Place to send it over there. Also, join the Discord. We got about 26 people right now, but I'm telling you, it's about to go crazy over the Discord because we're going to turn up. We're going to do a whole different show on the Discord. Yep. We're going to be able to do a whole nother show maybe at nighttime over there. So y'all sleep on the Discord and y'all going to miss shows over there, especially when we hit those streets. Can't give YouTube everything. We got to get some exclusive stuff going on, especially for members. That's how we do it over here, you guys. Also, can't forget, because we already locked it in, we're talking about that Show Your Talent Search with DJ Don Dada. Me and her, we come together. We go do different events, liquor stores, different restaurants, and different locations. Coming up, we got cigar bars. Also, we added cigar bars. We also added hookah spots and also added 420 stores. That's right, the legal ones. So we're going to be everywhere in the tri-state area promoting what? Big Drip Hard Punch. And doing what? The Show Your Talent Search. That's the talent search where you from Manhattan, Bronx, Brooklyn, Queens, and Staten Island can come on over and be a part of the show. And if you win, boom, like Funky Fingers Productions, you're going to win $250 for that 5-borough situation and one person that chimes in online. And then after you guys go, after all 5 come together and that one last person, you guys are going to compete with each other for a $1,000 grand prize. We don't know where we're going to be doing it at. It could be at a tattoo shop. It could be at a LQ store. We never know. But the only way for you to find out is if you go to the website. That's right, www.drinkbigdrip.com. You go to the first page, put your email address in the notification area, and we're gonna keep you posted on where we're gonna be at. And we've already locked in locations already, you guys, so guess what? We're coming to a location near you, especially if you're in the tri-state area. Everybody else, don't worry about it, because you're gonna be able to go live here and be a part of the show. That's what I got to bring to you guys right now. And again, you want to promote, send it over to bridgethisllc@gmail.com. I'll put it up in the notification area. We got to get those prayers up because it's Thursday. We're about to hit those streets. Some of us are going to work. Some of us got a lot of challenges that we got to get through. And we know together that the power of numbers is powerful when it comes down to the power of prayer. So who I want to pray for today? Everybody here. I want to pray for good spirits. I want to pray for longevity. I want to pray for love. I want to pray for life. I want to pray for happiness. I want to pray for understanding, good community, so that we can come together and make great decisions as human beings and not a part of a party. I want to pray for Audrey, Rebecca, Lanyan, Bueno, Angels, I'm a bitch sometimes. There you go. Liberty and Justice, Coco Wheats, Mega Dub, Jariah. I see you, Kalesiv, and thank you so much for always staying on point and having some real hot follow-ups. Audrey, Tanya, Faye, Liberty and Justice, I'm a B. Who else we got to make sure we show some love to? Miss Swanza. Can't forget about Casey Ramos, who had to duck out and get to work and take care of business. CJ the Cat, thank you so much. CJ, you still haven't sent your address because I owe you a keychain. You thought I forgot about that? My head too big to forget stuff. Stop it. Jordan, thank you so much. I don't know if you got your keychain, but I think you said you did. Audrey, can't forget about Kaya, Good Vibes, Kia, Craig B, Unidad. Who else we got up in the building? Come on, y'all, let's keep on going. Who else we got? We got Jay Woods in there this morning. We got Mega Dub, said that already. Audrey. Oh, who else we got? We got Kalesiv. I see Faye. Want to make sure we get those prayers up for my brother Teddy. That's right, Teddy Marcel. See him up there chilling. I see you, Teddy. I see you. He said he's driving, but he's praying for all. We love you, Teddy. Keep it safe out there, brother. We love you. Who else we got up in the building right now? We got to show some love to Louis. Can't forget about Luigi, Tanya. I already see that we got a lot of people that keep on coming back. I want to thank you guys for becoming members and for becoming a part of the show. My boy, Jeffrey Spilker. Can't forget about Mark Dorfman. Can't forget about, who else we got? Ad Reigns in the building. Can't forget about Sam Champion, Colessive, and all of you guys who come in every day. Amen. Y'all know what's going to happen, right? It's Thursday. Tomorrow is Friday. So we're going to be up in here early like this. Boom, boom. Just got paid. Boom, boom. Friday night. Boom, boom. Party hunting. Feeling right. That's right, you guys. Also, last but not least, we are sending out these here. These are the planters. The Justice for All planters. It comes with the hanging feeder. Also, you're gonna get your, I have 2 different types of seeds in here. Also, you're gonna get the keychain inside of here. And it also comes with your decal. So that's your decal right there. You get a keychain inside of here as well. Also, it comes along with seeds. And then one day when I get ready, probably at the end of this, I'll do it today. I'll put together an entire different list of different items that you can put inside of your grow kit. This way you have herbs and different spices. You guys can make basil. You can make all sorts of different things in your hanging garden. This right here is the making it no excuse to not be able to make some fresh fruits or maybe some fresh basil, your own stuff, because we've already shown you guys how to do it. And if you don't want to do it from seeds, all you got to do is get a little bit of dirt, put it in the pockets, go ahead and get the plant as it started, pop it in there. Put it over a door. Make sure that it's getting some air. Make sure that it's getting some good sun. And you guys, we can start taking care of ourselves in apartment buildings as well. Just also make sure you filter that water, because you don't want to give the plants no crappy water either. There's been a couple of things going around where tap water is turning the leaves very yellow of different plants. Be careful about using tap water on plants because there's so many chemicals in it, it can harm the plants. So just want to do a test on the plants as well. And yes, thank you so much for reminding me. You can go to Home Depot to get a water testing kit. It's very inexpensive, you guys. Everybody here, we got to make sure that our water and everything that we've got touching our bodies, going into our foods, is being checked. And we know what's in everything that we're putting in our bodies. It's your boy Boogotti NYC, and like I always tell you, you could have went anywhere. But the fact of the matter that you came here to chill with me for Thursday today, I appreciate you. April 2nd, in the bag. See you guys here tomorrow for April the 3rd, 6 o'clock in the morning for Our Bottom Line. Could have went anywhere. Fact of the matter that you came here to chill with me, I appreciate you. Get 'em! Peace. See you guys in the morning.